We'll like to welcome you to everything there is to know. This is our life, this is our time, where the passport bros. We'll like to welcome you to everything there is to know. This is our life, this is our time, where the passport bros. We'll like to welcome you to everything there is to know. This is our life, this is our time, where the passport bros will like to welcome you to everything there is to know. This is our life, this is our time, where the passport bro. Show. What's going on, brothers? What is going on? It is your dude, Mr. International Passport, here with Mr. Theo for yet another classic show. If you're here, press a one in the live stream chat if you can hear me loud and clear. How's the audio? How's the audio? Mayday, mayday, mayday. Check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2. Who's in the building? Who's in the building? Let me know. Baseball clips up in here. Tensuke, Raphael Taylor, Antonio X Tone. Awesome. So let's get straight into it, brothers. So I hope you've all had a great day so far, wherever you are all around the world. Good morning, good afternoon. We are here for yet another show with Mr. Theo Waff. I want to say first and foremost, thanks for the support over the past couple of years. I welcome aboard the new people. I accept and I embrace you with open arms. When you come in the live stream, please like the video, like the stream. That'd be greatly appreciated. Hit the super chats, hit the PayPal donation. That'd be greatly appreciated. And of course, join the Patreon for intel in regards to foreign women and how freaky they are in the bedroom. I dropped Ethiopia recently, and Ethiopian chicks are wild. I'll tell you that. Apart from that, cop the merch, show me some support, and of course, show me support and share my content around to your friends, etc. So let's get straight into it. What's up, Mr. Orient Tube? Good night from Vienna. So you out there in Austria? Reach out to me on IG, bro. We got to do an Austria stream, bro. You been there before, Theo? Austria?
Yeah, it's nice.
You've been everywhere, bro.
Yeah. I was eating a lot of chocolate there. I remember that. Chocolate and coffee. Oh yeah, I was knocking that stuff down. I was having a good time. Yeah, it's 22.
Damn. Reach out to me on IG, Mr. Orient Tube. Got to get that Vienna intel for the channel. And of course, congratulations to all the brothers who made it onto the upcoming Python course. I think spots are fully filled right now. There may be 1 or 2 spots left right now, but you can check that out on the Patreon. But I'm looking forward to teaching brothers Python and getting the IT game rolling. So let's get straight into it, right? So introductions, we got Mr. Theo Waff here in the building. Theo, who are you? What planet are you from? Is it space, Jupiter, Mars, or are you a different entity from a different galaxy? Break it down for us, bro.
Yeah, I'm a different entity from another galaxy. I'm from Mustafar. It's kind of warm there. I like Mustafar. It's a pretty good place. So yeah, I'm not just a passport bro. I'm kind of like an intergalactic passbook bro, right? I've been doing this for a long time. I've been to over 40 countries, lived outside the United States over 20 years. I speak 4 languages, and I know quite a lot about where to go, where Black men in particular are liked, where they're not liked, where you can get a marriage, where things are easy, where things are hard, and basically how to get your strategy about how to go abroad. That's the whole thing. And just like IP here teaches Python, I teach AWS, and now I also teach GCP. Also, I teach Azure. I also teach security in the cloud. So I take you from 0 to hero, basically, within a certain period of time. I have over 50 students who have jobs now in IT. Their salaries have increased by over $100,000 each. And I have over 100 certified engineers in AWS. So, hey, what can I say? It's been a lot of work, but it's well worth it. It's a good journey. That's who I am.
Thank you for all you do, Theo. You've been everywhere in Vienna. You said that you know countries where women like Black men. In Vienna, how are the women treating brothers there in Vienna, bro? You checking for brothers?
They treated me well. They treated me well there. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I just wasn't checking for them. So I really didn't care. I really didn't care. I was thinking about more of Czech and Slovakia, Czech in particular, because when I went to Austria right after Czech and Slovakia, and I was just like, I was thinking about the Czech girls because they were very memorable. So they were good. So I mean, I'm sure the guy has he's talking about these women. He's like, I'm not giving them any shade. I'm just talking about my experience. After French women, Czech women were pretty erotic to me. I was pretty happy with them. So
Awesome. Awesome. So I'm international passport, IT bro, passport bro, push that IT towards brothers. Looking forward to teaching brothers Python in the coming few days. Actually, we start class this week, this Sunday. Just check your Patreon DMs. All the info you need about the classes is on the Patreon, and then you have invite to the exclusive Python Facebook group. One other thing to note is that there are 3 more spots actually left to join my upcoming Python course. 3 more spots up for grabs, and that will be it. 3 more spots. So go on the Patreon, look for the tier called Python course, the ultimate Python course, February 2024. Take those last 3 slots. Is for y'all to fight over, and I'm looking forward to teaching y'all this coming Sunday. Looking forward to it. So it'll be tough, it'll be intensive, but you're gonna love it. Okay, it'll be easy too because I'll be literally walking through everything for y'all, making life easy for y'all. But do the homework, please. Do the homework. So let's get straight into it, Theo.
that's right.
So in
Homework.
this,
Did they do their homework? That's all I care about. Did you do? There were. If you go to Andre and Andrea, they had 2. He met 2 guys in Colombia, and they happened to both be my students. And they took a shot, like a selfie, right? Like, hey, I'm with your students. And I just said, homework. Did you do your homework? That's all I cared about. Did you do your homework? That's all I want to know. So they thought it was funny. That's all we care about. Do your homework. All
do
right.
your homework, please. I love marking homework. Do your homework, please. I love marking it
Yeah.
on my free time. So, in this live stream, brothers, right? As you can see in the title, okay. Top 10 countries with the highest and lowest divorce rates for passport bros. So I've got some stats here that I want to show you from a particular website that breaks down the countries for us, okay? And of course, some surprising additions here. We're going to break it down and obviously apply a passport bros mentality as to why it could be happening. Could it affect us passport bros? Is it only affecting domestic men? Are there any external or internal factors, right, in that particular aspect of divorces and keeping together? So let's get straight into it. Let's get straight into it. So I'm gonna share my screen right now. Give me a couple seconds, please. Let's go. So it's going to be surprising as to which country has the lowest divorce rate in the entire world. But what's that saying called? Men lie, women lie, but what doesn't lie, Theo?
Stats.
Numbers don't lie.
Numbers
you
don't
should,
lie.
you
Yeah.
should know this, bro. You're a genius. You're supposed to be a genius, bro. You should know this, bro.
I was
So, go.
thinking like the constant for the speed of light doesn't lie. That's the
That is
first thing
true.
I thought. I was thinking like James Webb Telescope and Hubble, the Hubble constant. I was like, yeah, that's like kind of something that doesn't lie, the speed of light. So that's what I thought about first. So I was trying to think like, okay, this is an expression in normal English. What are you thinking about, Theodore?
As you know, the speed of light, brothers, is the fastest entity in the entire world. Nothing is
Yeah,
faster than the speed of light. Not even sound is
right.
faster.
Yeah.
So let's get straight into it, bro. So now, let me go by window. Now I'll go by the Chrome tab. Okay. So divorce rates by country. I'm gonna share it real quick over here. Let's just get it cracking, man. Can you see my screen, Theo?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. Is it big
Yeah.
enough?
That's
Or
I
do I
got a
zoom
phone.
in?
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, that's fine.
You sure? Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Cool. All right. So, brothers, you can see here. Okay, divorce rate by countries. To our right here, we have the top 10 highest divorce rates in the entire world. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're only going to focus on the top 10. Okay, there are tens upon tens of countries in the entire world. Okay, but let me read it out for you. We got Maldives at number one.
Mm-hmm.
We got Kazakhstan at number two.
Mm-hmm.
We got
Mm-hmm.
Russia at number three. We got Belgium at number four. Belarus at number five.
Mm-hmm.
Moldova at number six. China at number seven. Cuba number eight. Ukraine at number
Mm-hmm.
nine. And of course, the United States of Beep at number 10. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go from the top right and pick the countries that stand out to us based on popularity, woman, beauty, etc., etc. So the first country that pops out to me, brother, is Russia. Okay, Russia
Mm-hmm.
stands at number three. That's a very high rate, and this is per 1,000 people. So 3.9 people, right? There are
Mm-hmm.
3.9 divorces per 1,000 people in Russia. That's quite high. In your opinion, Theo, right? Why is Russia on this list? I'll tell you why I'm a bit shocked here, Theo, because Russia, beautiful woman. I heard they're feminine. I heard women are submissive, they're cooperative. But why is that number three, brother, in this list? What's going on?
Okay, so you have to go back to the Soviet era where divorce was not stigmatized in the end, and they allowed it to happen. And then also, um, well, there were various reasons why they permitted it, but basically, it's a part of their philosophy, the Soviet philosophy. I'm trying to make it easy. So, um, there are some problems there. Let's just say there's some problems in the Soviet Union, and that it has it has trickled down to all former Soviet bloc countries. So that's why the way I look at it is Belarus, Kazakhstan, Russia, Ukraine. This is one block. This is the same
Mm,
problem. So some of it you got men who are drunks, who that's all they do is drinking all day long, and the woman can't stand it anymore, and she just leaves them. Um, some of it is because of DV, and the woman can't take it, and DV is well known as an issue there, so the woman can't take it and she leaves. Um, and then some of them legit are the woman. I'll just say that because I know these women rather well. The woman just loses all interest, and this would be somewhat similar to the West. So the woman just says, you and I have become separate people. We're not going to do this anymore." Um, Same thing happens in the West. So,
so,
yeah, go ahead. No, you first.
so you're saying, right? This isn't a woman's problem. It's a man's problem in Russia, Kazakhstan, and Belarus. That block is mostly the men are the reason why the women are divorcing us, and it's sort of a woman's problem. It's not feminism. It's not entitlement. It's not social media. It's not the toxic poisonous West mentality creeping in these countries. It's a male problem. Is that what you're saying, Theo?
It it kind of is a male problem. It's hard for me. I mean, it's actually after taking the Crimson Capsule, it's a little harder for me to say it's just only a men's problem, but it is an issue. The drunkenness is an issue. Men not going out and getting jobs is an issue. Narcotics is an issue, and it's not. I mean, it's just there are other things there. So basically, the women have enough support from the state and their jobs to be able to sustain like single mother homes. So they'll go ahead and do it. But I just want to say something real quick. All right. Um, if you go and do divorce in these areas, the woman is not going to become richer. It's not like we have in the West. This is a losing proposition for her. So, I've talked to many, like hundreds upon hundreds of Slavic women over the years, and they say pretty much the same thing in every area that they're at. And that's basically this: if they get divorced, or if they have a child out of wedlock and the man leaves, the possibility of them having another relationship is very low. It happens, but it's extremely low. And the possibility of her even getting smashed on the side is low, because the guys are rather red pill and they don't take this crap. So basically, long story short, she is reluctant to get a divorce. She tries as much as she can in order to save the marriage, because there's no real benefit for her. She's not going to get 50% of assets. She will get the child, but she's not going to get any child support. Nothing like that. Forget it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So obviously, brother, right? I'm a passport bro. You're a passport bro. Now, I'll keep it real with you, brother. Right? White women are not up there for me. So basically, Russia, bunch of white women there. Belarus, bunch of white chicks there. Moldova, bunch of white chicks there. Right?
Yeah.
However, you're into white chicks, brother. Okay, I know you love your blondes.
I'm
and your
into Slavs. I'm into Slavs. They happen to be white. They happen to be white, but I'm into Slavs in particular. Okay, because I'm not into French. They're white. I'm not into like Dutch or Danish, but I'm into Slavs quite a lot.
Okay, bro. Brother, and there's other passport bros that are into Slavs and other white chicks, right? So, brother, let me ask this, right? A lot of brothers like Russian chicks. Now, I'll tell you why. I'll keep it real with you. When it comes to white women, I agree. Russian women are some of the best looking white women, European women in the entire world. No ifs, no buts, right? They're thinking, right? Russia is number 3 in the entire world for divorces. So, brother, how? So, a passport bro marrying a Russian woman, would there be problems in that marriage, bro? Obviously, brother, this is very scary to be number 3 in the entire world. Should we worry about marrying a Russian woman, brother, and her potentially leaving? Break it down for us, Theo.
It wouldn't. Maybe I wouldn't worry about it so much. I with Russian women, you can actually have a decent negotiation with them and actually talk to them about what the situation is for you and what you do want and what you don't want. And they're actually rather fair. So basically, as long as you're trying your best to achieve, to provide, you're going to work every day, you've got a job, you're loving her, you're not looking at another woman, stuff like that, Russian women are pretty much down with you. But if they see, if they start out, if they see you're looking at other women, they see that it looks like you lost your job, or you're not trying to work, something like that, you're doing some sort of alcohol abuse, any kind of narcotics, death sentence. They'll get rid of you, like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Yep.
But you mentioned lose your job, right? Now, obviously, brother, we can't
Not
tell the
just
future.
not just lose your job for. I'm talking like for a while. Like if you come home and say I lost my job, they'll be like okay. But if you stay on the sofa 6 months, no.
Hey, hey, Theo, you caping too hard for these Russians, but you caping too hard, bro. 'Cause I was about to say, right, you lose a job, and then she might leave you because you lose your job. So you're saying that, but that's very rare. If you come home saying I lost my job, and then
Yeah,
she'll leave you. Go on, bro.
I was just talking to a Ukrainian today about her divorce, and I was just like, "What the hell? Why did you get a divorce? Like, it's all about you. I'm sure about it." And she went to at length to explain to me what happened to her. This is what happened to her. She got 18 years old. She got knocked up by her boyfriend. She got married when she was 19, gave birth, a successful birth. There were no problems in the marriage. She continued going through university. He didn't finish university. He got a normal, like, blue collar job, and he stayed at that level. He just kept on going. And she actually made a branch office of an insurance company, and then she made her own insurance company. And she went all over Ukraine selling insurance. And basically, he got really angry with her, heard this from multiple sources. He started to despise her, give her a lot of crap over it. And she asked for therapy and to continue doing anything possible to keep the marriage together. And he refused, and then he just left her. So I asked her, I said, were you yelling at him? Were you calling him like some sort of epithets? She says, no, not at all. And I was like, how long have you been single? She said, yeah, I've been single over 5.5 years, no dates, nothing. And, I have no man at all. It was just kind of a sad story, but that's a very typical situation. And I got a photo of her son. Her son's 15 years old. She's like only 30. She's 34 now. She doesn't look it. And she's having a hard time. She's going over Europe and she's selling her insurance policy, so she's doing something. But she's lonely. She doesn't have anyone in her life. Typical.
Wow.
Very typical.
So that's very typical in Ukraine. Interesting.
Yeah. Also in Russia. That kind of story is also really, really typical in those countries. I can give you so many of them that I would just ask the women, like, why did you get the divorce? So DV would be like a big one. In Kazakhstan, affairs, big. I heard that so many times in Kazakhstan. Like, just the guy, she became 30 years old. He went out and got a 19-year-old. Then that's it. It's gone. She's gone. That's it. Nothing she could do. And we're talking like really beautiful women, like, have 2 kids, only been with one guy her entire life.
Okay.
She has no idea what to do.
So brother, that's the European part of this top 10 list, right? But I want to drill down on China, bro, and obviously America after. But China is interesting because obviously China is traditional, it's very conservative. It's ruled with an iron fist there. So you think that the woman would be in line. China's 7th in the entire world, bro, for divorces, and that's quite high up in the list, bro. In your opinion, Theo, why is China so high up on this list, brother? What is going on between Chinese men and Chinese women?
Oh, I just look at it as communism. That's all. And the permission of communism. That's the only look at it. So the way I look at it in your list is, on the top 10, you have 7 communistic countries. That's it. So it's communism. So if you go to Maldives, there's specific reasons for Maldives having it. I read a documentary about it, so I don't really care about them because I think it's the honeymoon spot, but number 1 place for divorce. I think it's funny. So anyway, if you go down, Belgium, highly socialistic, and then you go the next one that's not communistic is the United States, and it has a welfare state. So that's the way I look at it. This is government policy. These are places. The top ones are all communistic.
Interesting. So obviously now when we apply the passport bro situation here, some women, some brothers, sorry, are into Chinese chicks. I'm not. I know how Chinese women get down. I know how Chinese society gets down. I'm not really checking with Chinese chicks like that, brother.
Yeah.
But a passport bro who is checking for Chinese women, brother, is it advisable for him to marry a Chinese woman, knowing that they rank 7th on the list for divorce, brother? Would the problems happening in China apply to a passport bro married to a Chinese chick?
I have several friends from university, several brothers who are married to Chinese women, and they have not had any problems in their marriages. Even Chinese women who are taller than him, or than the brothers, still no problem. And we're talking about between 2 and 5 children. So I can't necessarily. Black men. Wow. These are from university. I've known them for a long time.
Black men married to Chinese women and ain't no problem. That's insane. Whoa.
They had no problem. I ain't doing it, but they had a great. They're still in love. So I mean, they speak in either Mandarin or Taiwanese in the house. Depends on how it is, or that usually those 2 languages, and all the food is from the local culture. It's nothing American, nothing Western, and they have children and they have cute kids, really cute ones. So I mean, I can't. I'm just saying though. So myself personally, all I can say is that I attributed the divorce rate in China to communism, somebody else might come out and give a different point of view or something like that. That's fine. I don't mind that. But I just don't advocate brothers going there and dating. I was talking to a dating coach in Ukraine about this as well. And she said, same thing I did. She says, men going to China to look for women are crazy. It's usually the opposite way around. The Chinese men are going abroad looking for women because the women in China are so, I say, self, narcissistic, into
Mm.
themselves, spoiled, and basically they want too much, and it's because they have, in some places they have like 50% more men. Sorry, yeah, 50% more men than women. So I mean, what do? You can't get laid. You can't marry. It's impossible for these guys. So they go to Ukraine or they go to Africa or other countries, Thailand, and they try to get married there.
Wow, interesting. So the United States, I'm not surprised as to how it's in the top 10. Obviously, brother, you're in America, right? You live there.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll give my perspective here. I can. So I think USA is top 10 because Western women, right, are just uh, I'll keep it very PG here, but just not right in their thinking and how they're moving, the high body count, sleeping around, being promiscuous, feminism, being unbearable, saying they don't need men, you
Mm-hmm.
know, being brainwashed through colleges, with liberal indoctrination, and it comes to a point where American men are thinking that is just enough. That's
Mm,
enough. I can't take it anymore,
mm,
right?
mm,
And I wouldn't be surprised if there's increases of men actually initiating divorces. We know that women initiate most divorces because women are fickle, emotional. They don't think logically. They don't think 10 years ahead, 5 years ahead. It's all about now. Men think
mm-hmm.
logically. Men think ahead. Okay, what about the kids? Is it right with me divorcing her? Can I make it work? Women don't think like that. So I can see why, brother, USA is in the top 10. Do you agree with that, brother, or do you want to add to that point there that I've made?
Yeah, you're entirely right. But I mean, as long as the woman um, earns more or is basically um, incentivized by the government to have a divorce will rule in the United States. And there's no way that any Western man should logically marry in the United States. The only way I can possibly consider is that if they have the same religion and they have the same community, and by the religion they're getting married, because they're following a religious construct but not a government one, then okay, that makes sense. So it's various religions in the United States, and those people are doing well with marriage. But if you don't have a religion and you're just living, yeah, you got to be insane to be married in the United States. It's too dangerous. No,
Mm.
man. Like, I have stories. How many stories do I? Yeah, well, you got stories too. It's just the amount of incent. You got guys being absolutely utterly destroyed who didn't do anything wrong, and they're totally in love. Like, God, I know women. Like, I have friends who, okay, the woman, the wife had an affair and then took 50% of everything, and he's sitting there with like nothing afterwards. He did nothing wrong. It's not even about fault. He didn't even see it coming to him. How many friends from high school do I have that will that happen to him? And these are good, solid guys. So again, this is, as long as the government incentivizes this in the United States, you cannot get married in this country. It is impossible. You got to be insane to do it. No.
Absolute facts. Absolute Theo. Absolute facts there. Um, wow. Okay, so that's the top 10 there that we've broken down. Okay.
Yep.
I now want to break down the bottom 10. Okay, so we know why America is there. America is finished, and that's why Theo's a passport bro. Other bros in the channel with American are passport bros because of just how horrible the dating situation is in the West,
Hmm.
right? Men gotta stop dealing with Western chicks. Stop speaking to them. Stop being around them. Focus on yourself, self improvement. Right now, the crypto market's popping off, and we've been telling you, brothers, over the past couple months, past couple weeks, crypto, IT, traveling. Okay, use your time to be focused, laser focused on crypto instead of going after Western women. Because when you get that crypto cash, you can leave the West completely and deal with foreign chicks that will be on your plan, right? There's a method to our madness here, okay, so to speak. There's a process here, okay. A lot of people ain't gonna make it. They're not gonna make it for you, bruv. They're gonna be in the West forever. They'll be in the West and they have no ability to get out the West, temporary or permanently. Focus on what's at stake here, what matters. Crypto, IT, traveling, building yourself up, and avoid Western women at all cost. Avoid them, particularly American chicks. There's something else.
Mm-hmm.
So now let's go down the list further. Okay. So the country with the lowest divorce rates. Let's go for the top 10. So let's start with, okay, so Ireland. Okay, so we got Ireland here. We got Panama. And guess what? Who put Panama on the map, Theo? Theo, who put Panama on the map? What name, Theo? What
Some
name?
crazy Python guy. Some crazy guy who does Python all the time. I don't know who he is. I heard he couldn't get it on with Go or Java, so he did Python instead.
Who put
International IP did it. He put Panama on the map. There you go.
Look at that, brothers. The only Central / South American country in the lowest divorce rates in the world. IP put Panama on the map. Then we've got Qatar here. We've got Malta, St. Lucia, South Africa. Interesting. Peru, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Vietnam, Guatemala.
Mm-hmm.
We did a Guatemala stream 2 weeks ago, Theo. 2 weeks ago. And we got Sri Lanka. Let's start from the top, bro. So let's start from 97. Ireland. So obviously Ireland is close to the UK. I've come across Irish chicks. They're not really. They're just not my cup of tea. Irish chicks. I'm not really checking for them like that. Once again, the white women are not on my list, and they got like an accent that I don't really like.
You don't like Irish accents?
I
Really?
don't like it, bro. Nah, man, I don't like it. It's just not. It's not. It isn't saucy like a Latin American chick's accent, right? Or a Japanese woman's accent, you know. So I think I know why Ireland's here, brother. Ireland is, if I'm not mistaken, right now in 2024, a religious country. Okay, very Catholic. We know in Chicago, there's a huge Irish population there. If I'm not mistaken, Theo, Chicago area. And they seem to be very close in community, in marriage, right? Seeing this as Irish first and American. So I think religion plays a part to why it's so low there in Ireland. Do you agree or disagree, Theo?
I mean, the religion is there. It is Catholicism. And there are some Protestants there too. I mean, sure. Now, of course, I grew up with Irish people around me. So, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, Irish redhead and her accent, oh yeah, I'm ready to go to Pound Town. So I have no problem with it. Because I grew up with, but if they're liberal, you can't do anything about it. It's like, oh, what a waste. I could have made a cute little family with you, but oh well. Let's okay. You'll go to someplace else. But when I was in Northern Ireland, yeah, I liked the accents quite a bit. I had no problem with it. Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. So I get it with you. I get it. If I were in the UK too, that would be my thinking. I literally have no problem with that. I don't. Yeah. So I like Irish accents.
They check you for brothers?
I wasn't really thinking like that because most of the time when I was in Ireland, I was drunk. So I didn't really care. I was drinking so much. I was with my Japanese wife, so we were just together, and going from place to place and drinking alcohol. It was a good time. Um,
Okay.
yeah, I can't. I maybe they are, maybe they're not. I just consider them to be. I consider them to be like Illinois people. You know what I mean? That's how I grew up. So kind of the Polish are like that too for me. They're just kind of like, I like the accent, but they're just kind of people I grew up with.
Okay. Interesting. So Panama,
Mm,
and I'll be real. I'm quite
mm,
surprised there. Panama's there in that lowest list of divorces in the entire world, which is impressive. Now I've been to Panama myself, spent some time there, and I love the vibes there. Love the scene there. Um, I saw many couples there. I saw the best looking black woman ever in Panama. Okay, gorgeous black chick there in Panama. Um, Unfortunately, she wasn't with a brother, but it is what it is. But I saw a lot of couples there in Panama, and it's when I was there in Panama, brother, I saw families there. I saw a vibrant, essence there. Men and women loving each other, caring for each other. Um, and yeah, I saw that quite heavily in Panama. So I can see why Panama could be, in this list, brother, in terms of it having a
mhm.
very low divorce rate in the entire world. Bear in mind that Panama is near Colombia. I think it used to be a part of Colombia, if I'm not mistaken. So, it's interesting to see Panama in this list, but Colombia not in that list. What's your thoughts about that, Theo, in Panama's placement here?
I think it's good. I think your live stream on it was good. I think the Intel collaborated with some other Intel that I've heard about Panama. So I think it's a good I think it's a good option. Venezuela was also a part of Colombia. So I mean it's got some good juices down there. I don't think you can fail. Everything looks good with Panama. So I would say Panama is a legit passport bro destination, particularly with the low divorce rates. I think you guys are going to do very well. Yeah, I'd go for it.
Facts, Um, I definitely you also got Colombian women there as well. You got different nationalities of Latin American chicks there in Panama. Good
Mm-hmm,
spot. So Qatar, right? I'm not surprised as to why it's there. Muslim country, Muslim stronghold. Um, Women are kept in check there. No
mm-hmm,
no nonsense. Liberalism. No, the things that have destroyed the relationship between men and women in America and the West isn't found in Qatar, right?
mm-hmm,
It's conservative. Religion comes first. Men, women have children, build families, right? Islam is upholded there in that country, and I
mm-hmm,
respect that. I respect
mm-hmm,
that. Okay, and that's why they got a low divorce rate, and I guarantee you they got a higher birth rate than the UK and America too. At some
mm-hmm,
point, people got to realize that liberalism has gone too far, feminism has gone too far. Things that are just against conservatism, right, or being in the center have gone too far. Okay, now
mm-hmm.
people are now starting to realize that, but I think it's too late. Do you think Qatar is correct in being in that spot there, Theo?
Yeah, I think it's definitely um it's good. Yeah, sure. I think they have the good values and things. Yeah, that's I don't have any problem with Qatar there. Um, if you, I mean, do you like the women there? I mean, that's the next point. I mean, I don't know, but they're not my cup of tea. But I mean, if some of you guys like them, hey, that's a good place for you.
What, bro? Are you telling me Arab brown skin women are your cup of tea, bro? What?
Not really. No, not all of them. I know I dated one. I gotta admit, but it's not. No, it just doesn't do it for me. I don't know why. Just
Okay,
wow.
interesting. I like Arabic chicks. It's unfortunate there isn't more Christian Arabic chicks than mostly Muslim. But they're beautiful, bro. Light brown skin, long black hair, traditional. They'll look after you. They're caring. Obviously, I'll care for her too. Or we have to care for a woman. But yeah, I think there's potential there for Qatar. Obviously, Qatar, big IT scene as well, tax-free salary as well, to 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 coincide with a woman that is on your plan, right, in a nice country. So I think that's definitely an opportunity there.
Yeah, I think I'm not going to give a comment to that. I'll just say, guys, go for it. That's it.
So
Yeah,
over to you, Theo. So South
yeah,
Africa, should that be in that you've been there before? So give us the
yeah.
lowdown there.
I wouldn't get married in South Africa. Um, I wouldn't live there either. Beautiful country. I there's so much stuff going on there that it's kind of chaotic, but gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. You know, everything. Um, but sorry, the scenery is gorgeous, but there's just too much that I don't even want to deal with. So, I would say, guys, if you're a passport bro and I, I don't know. I mean, if you want to, I don't know how divorce rate is that low in South Africa either. That I'm like, how did they get that number? I don't know how they get it. Cause I'm like, okay, if it is, it is. I'm not gonna argue with the numbers, but I wouldn't. Nah, man, nah, I wouldn't advise to get married in South Africa. Um, just
Wow.
my yeah. I just I don't know. What I don't know. I can say it just doesn't make sense. Um, go. I don't know, guys. That's just my advice. Take it as you want.
I'll be real, right? I don't have much intel on South Africa, and I'm quite surprised that as to it's on that list as well, based on what I've heard.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I heard it's quite westernized in South Africa, so I'm thinking, how is that?
yeah,
Why is that such a low divorce rate? Maybe there's something else going on there, but I'm impressed there. So carry on doing what you're doing in South Africa. Um, not really my cup of tea. I'll keep it real with you. Obviously, I like African women, but me going to South Africa myself for holiday, not happening anytime soon. I have no interest in South Africa. I'll keep it as that, bro. No interest.
yeah. So I know two English, two Afrikaner, and two Xhosa marriages in South Africa. Friends of mine, and of them, one English marriage survived. The rest all divorced. Um, I can't explain why. Um, doesn't make sense. So whatever reason it was, it was. Um, so yeah, I think I agree with you on this one, man. So hey, brothers, just take that with like a kilogram of salt, all right?
That might be a typo there. I keep it stack the South Africa part. I'm a bit lost there.
I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm not going. Well, I mean, I know Tanzania is doing better with marriage in South Africa, so why isn't Tanzania there?
Facts. So Peru, and for the longest time, Theo, I've been trying to get a live stream on Peru for the past 4 years now.
Mm,
It's a hidden gem, Peru. Not a lot of
mm,
passport bros go there. They know of it, but they don't go there. Um, I've tried to get intel on it. Hopefully, I get it this year. I do a live stream on it, but I'm not surprised as to why Peru is there. I think well done for Peru for being one of the countries with the lowest divorce rates in the entire world. I'll tell you why I feel. I heard it's very conservative, very traditional. You also have Japanese women there in Peru, I heard. Okay. You got a strong family unit there. And of course, Phil, it's very, very religious there in Peru. Christianity, Catholic is strong there heavily in Peru. And obviously, when it comes to religion, marriage is also very important. Uh, what's your thoughts about that particular place there for Peru?
yeah, I mean, I don't. I mean, if its divorce rate is so low there, I mean, maybe that's a factor. I can't tell. I really need to go there and actually go see why it is. It doesn't make sense. I mean, I understand other countries why it is. I mean, maybe it's partially because of religion. Yeah, it could be because of other factors. It just could be because maybe government policies discourage divorce in the first place. Um, I don't know, but uh, I'll only say that if it's low there and internet speeds are high, remember guys, internet first. You gotta work. So if internet speeds there are good, then why don't you go check it out?
Johnny Walker in the live stream chat says, when my dad got remarried, he married a Peruvian American. She's religious, cooks, cleans for him, cuts his nails. I mean, if a woman does that for you and she's Peruvian, I doubt the average man would divorce her. I mean, that's what a man needs, bro. And of course, a man also wants to be, bathed and showered, bathed, showered, and moisturized. That'd be the perfect trifecta, in my opinion, from a foreign chick. So I can see why, Peru's there. It appears that Peruvian women treat their men well. And when you treat your man well, woman, if you're watching this live stream, the man will reciprocate that kind of treatment, look after you, care for you, etc., etc. So well done, Peru, right, for holding it down. And shout out to Peruvian women. Hopefully, I do a live stream on Peru sometime this year. I've been meaning to do so for the past 4 years. I try to get into on Peru. And any points of Peru before I go into Vietnam, Theo?
No, no, I'm surprised it's so low there. We can talk about Vietnam. I know about that, but
Over
yeah,
to you. Over to you, Theo. Do you think Vietnam should be in that lower spot or divorce rates? Break it down for us, bro, and tell us why.
yeah, it would. I would of the lower countries. I don't care about Sri Lanka, but I'm not going there. But uh, but Vietnam would be a very good destination for you guys. Phenomenal goods point. So guys heavily think about Vietnam, but I would say only if you're not a pookie. If you are serious about marriage, you really want to have a wife, you want kids, you want a traditional structure, you actually want to know what love is, right? You want to be a foreigner, you want to know what love is. So if you want to know all that kind of stuff, Vietnam is your spot. The likelihood of divorce is extremely low, and she treats you incredibly lovingly, and she's devoted towards you. Plus, Vietnamese women tend to be rather beautiful.
Mm.
So, if if you want to go someplace that's kind of nice, that's your spot. Um, I cannot I don't think I can recommend it enough. And now lastly, the food is phenomenal. I love Vietnamese food. I can eat that stuff all day long. It's good.
Do you know what I feel, right? Korean men leave South Korean women to go to Vietnam. What does that tell you?
Japanese men too.
Japanese men too.
Yep, they do. And go to Vietnamese women. Yep.
That's crazy. So, what does that tell you? You got Japanese men and South Korean men who come from the best economies in East Asia, alongside China, and they're going to Vietnam to find their wives. And it appears that they're very successful in their marriages. I saw a documentary the other day, and the woman looked happy, the man looked
Mm-hmm.
happy. Um, I think Vietnam deserves to be in that spot, and I want to see a lot more Vietnamese chicks with brothers. Brother, is it possible to get a million black men over to Vietnam to wipe up a million Vietnamese women, brother?
No, 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 that's not gonna happen. No, no, because I mean, if that kind of stuff craps happen, they'll be like, okay, we see there's another invasion. We're just gonna get the guns out again and knock these guys out. So
No.
no, that's not happening. Um, I would say if there were just to get like say 5,000 properly like crimson capsule black men who have over $100,000 a year, have their act together, and they're family oriented, that would be good. Let's start there. But that number is going to be hard enough to get straight out.
You know, shout out to Ramel, UK brother, right? He went to Vietnam last year.
Mm-hmm.
He spoke amazing about it, bro. He said he even met Japanese and Korean women in Vietnam. And you know what, Phil? They were checking
Mm-hmm.
for a brother. They were checking super heavy
Mm-hmm.
for a brother. So if you're an IT bro, okay, right, you're an IT bro, and the crypto game is popping off for you, and crypto in the next year or so is going to do crazy gains. Now we keep telling you, crypto, IT, stay focused on your goals. It's gonna happen for you. Get those certs, crypto, etc., etc. Do it right now. Don't wait next year, okay? Once it all formulates, all plans, and it all comes together, you're gonna make that trip to Vietnam, maybe for 6 months, 3 months. You're gonna chill, and you're gonna have your picking of women to make your girlfriends or wives. They're gonna love you.
Mhm.
They're gonna bathe you. They're gonna moisturize you. They're gonna cook for you, and of course, look after these women too. We want to be, real stand-up dudes when we go abroad, respectable dudes, right? Intellectual, conservative passport bros, right? Leave Pookie and Ray Ray in the West. Vietnam is
Mm.
ripe for brothers to, right, get a million brothers over there. I know Phil gonna look at me crazy, a million brothers, but maybe in the future, brother, a million brothers, wife them all up,
No,
and it's all good.
no, no. We won't even, because if let's say we even get 1,000 brothers, you know how many of them be on YouTube would be like, hey, it's really good here. Then realistically, 10, 20, 30,000 white guys are going to go out there and get it. That's how that's going to go down. Because the
The
white
white
guys
guys
are
they can
going
have
to be
China,
like,
bro. They can have
no,
China.
no, they're going to go for Vietnam. They've been doing it for
Nah,
a while. So
they can
that's
have
how they're
China, bro.
go. No, no, they're not going to go China. They're only their nuts to go China. So they'll definitely get stuck in Japan. That's for sure. They'll be loving that one up quite a lot. So if they see the market is big in Vietnam, that's where they're going to go. I know, of course, quite a number of Vietnamese people here in America, and I don't know. I'd say about 30% of them around of the women were dating out, but they're almost always dating white guys. So
Interesting.
there's some stuff there. Um, yeah, guys, I say go to Vietnam while you can. Go ahead and get that done, and just be open about their food. Their food is wonderful. Um, you will lose weight there. I'll say that. I don't know how you could possibly gain weight. You'll slim down quickly.
Incredible, incredible. So, Guatemala. Okay, brother. We had a stream in Guatemala
Mhm.
2 weeks back, bro. Um, whew, okay. I don't have much intel on Guatemala. Have you been there yourself before?
No, no,
Okay.
not
So
this
I
one. No.
can't speak on that much, but from my hair, the women there are great. However, they don't look that good as compared to other South American women. It is what it is. Um, but in my opinion, right, it's obviously we want an attractive woman, okay, but looks are not everything, right? Obviously, you want a woman that's feminine, submissive, loves you, is cooperative, and I would rather be with a woman that's 7 out of 10, who's feminine, submissive, cooperative, than a woman that's 10 out of 10 in everything and looks, body, but is rude, obnoxious, thinks she's better than everyone. You don't want a headache in your life, right? Sometimes the most beautiful woman in the room isn't the right woman for you. So bear that in mind. Ain't that right, Theo?
I agree with you. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. What can I say? I don't. Guatemalan women have never done it for me. Of course, I mean here in Texas, I see them. They are here. Um, it's not.
They check they checking
They're
for
just
you?
another. No, they're like another version of the Mexicans, as far as I'm concerned. I don't really care. I'm just like, we got your land anyway. It's just, make me a taco. I know it sounds so bad, but it's like, I'm just used to you guys. I don't care anymore. So I, if it is a great place, I mean, if we can get some intel, that'd be great. But it doesn't really turn me on. Like I'm not going to be like think about how to do an entire like fiscal policy for my life to go down there and buy a house and go through the culture and do everything to get married to there. Nah, don't that ain't gonna happen. For a Vietnamese woman, I definitely consider it. For a Brazilian or Ukrainian woman, I'm there. Yeah, I'm already doing that. I'm already in the process of leaving the country. So yeah, it's not that. Hold on, Rel. It's not that I don't like Mexicans. They're boring to me. That's all. I'm used to them. They're all over the place. They're just normal to me. They're not exotic. It's it's like dating my
Theo
sister.
likes white women. He likes white women, so it is what it is, brothers. You
No,
love
it's not the
you love
white
his
women.
Becky's.
No, I mean there's some
He gets that,
Mexican
bro.
women who are really
If
beautiful.
if she's browner than a white sheet of paper, Theo ain't going for it, brothers. So
No, no. Well,
when's the-
Brazilians, I like them. I just don't. I like dark Latina Brazilians. Remember that. I'm down with that. I just Mexicans are just boring to me. That's all. I've known Mexicans my entire life. It's like French. Like this
okay,
reason,
Mr.
it's like
Theo,
French. Like
Team
it's like
Blonde.
it's like being with a Canadian. I'm like, I've known you guys forever. Boring. So that's just
Okay,
my.
Mr. Team Blonde. Okay, Mr. Team Blonde. So we
Yeah.
have we have Sri Lanka. I'm not even going to go into Sri Lanka. Uh, F that, bruv. I'm not even going to go for Sri Lanka.
I'm not going to Sri Lanka. No way. No way. Forget it. There is no freaking way I'm going to Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka has the lowest divorce rate in the entire world. That's awesome, but I have zero interest in Sri Lankan women. I'll keep it a stack. That's a big part of me, bruv. That's a big
They probably have the lowest marriage rate also. Nobody wants no one's checking for them. I don't want a Sri Lankan woman. No, man. I don't care about
That's
it.
a part of me, man. But shout out to Sri Lanka, man. But they're not checking for us. We're not checking for them.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
wish the best for
Wish
Sri Lankan
wish the
marriages,
best
but
for you.
passport bros.
Yeah.
That's a pass for me, big time. So let me read the super chats, bro. Then we're gonna react to some content. Then have open up the phone lines.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mr. Arthos Jobs for the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. Facts, yes, indeed. Shout out to Arthos Jobs for the support. Much appreciated, bro. Shout out to Mr. Beckford 90 for the $2 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. Theo's trying so hard not to say what a waste. Yes, indeed. Theo trying we keep it as PG as possible. Very PG up in this mofo. Shout
Yeah.
out to Mr. B. Beckford. Shout out to Mr. Duck Dissident for the $5 super chat. Team Southeast Asia and Latin America looking good for family and marriage minded women. That's a good point there, Theo.
Yeah.
That's a great point. Break it down for us, Theo.
No, I agree. You got Southeast Asia. So I mean, it's becoming more and more clear that I would say Thailand, east of Thailand to I would say Taiwan. So between Thailand and Taiwan, that's usually going to be the sweet spot for us, including the Philippines. That's where Black men are going to do the best. And then with Latin America, it's going to be Colombia, Brazil, Panama, and Argentina. Those are the countries I would really be focusing on as Black men, because it's just the numbers of women that we can actually meet that meet the quality that we want, and then combined with the internet, because if we don't have internet access, it's a no go. We're not going to be able to go there. We're not going to be able to work. So that's how I would go for it. That's my thing. I'm reading the chat. So, look, guys, I like dark Indonesians. Okay, I like dark Thai. All right, my if I go with a non-blonde, it's gonna be one of the darkest Thai or Indonesian women you can possibly find. Okay, that's what I usually go for. Like those women drive me crazy. But if I'm in South America, you better believe it's gonna be a blonde Brazilian or blonde Colombian. Yeah.
I'm hearing Theo, right? I'm hearing that Taiwan. I think there's something that I think that could be magical for brothers, brother. And I ain't talking Narnia. I ain't talking Narnia, but this ain't no lying, the witch, the wardrobe, magical nonsense, right? It's this real life, brother. I'm hearing that Taiwan, and you mentioned Taiwan, Theo, right? Brother, are you hearing some info about Taiwan that could be a potential hotspot for brothers?
I'm hearing good things about them. I like Taiwan too. I gotta admit. I mean, I like
You've
the
been there,
food. I
right?
like the culture. Yeah. I liked it quite a lot. I wasn't really checking for them, to be honest.
Oh,
So that's why I really didn't care. But I have plenty of black men, black male friends, who have been to Taiwan. Some who have married. A guy from our class, one of our best students, he loves it there. I think he's back in America right now. I got to go have lunch with him later on. But he was having a good time. He showed me all kinds of receipts from Taiwan. He had some good women he was dating.
Can we get him on the channel, Theo? Can you put me in touch with him, please, ASAP, please?
Okay. Yeah, he was dating some babes in Osaka. I saw those receipts. I was like, wow. Like, how'd you believe that? He did well in Osaka. Yeah, he did a good job. He knew what he was doing.
Wow.
So, yeah,
You hearing that, brothers? Go on, bro.
Yeah, I saw his receipts from Thailand as well. Bonkers good. he was doing extremely well in Thailand.
Is he a English bro or an American? Oh no, he's American. You said a bunch of him.
He's
Sorry,
American. Yeah,
American.
he's an IT. He's very much remote guy. He's very successful. Oh yeah,
Go on.
he's living the life. He's doing it well. He's very smart though. I'm talking. He's a total nerd, straight out.
Told
Like
you, brothers.
he's on my level of being a nerd.
Wow, brother, I told you, brothers. IT, crypto, staying focused, the execution, consistency. You can be out there living your best life in Taiwan, Osaka, Japan, Indonesia, Africa, South America, and just living it up, man. That's a goal. Shout out to Mr. Royal Black for the $77 super chat. Hey Theo, I wasn't trying to slander your name with beep. I was just joking a bit. I know you love those blonde Brazilians. Brazilians.
So thing is here I'm here in Austin, and my neighbors are all Mexicans. So I have to, just in case they're watching, I have to make sure I say that, because it's actually true. I'm not checking for them, which they're probably very happy about, because they don't have to worry about me trying to date their daughters. So like, no, I'm not looking for your daughter or your wives or anything. I'm not going for it. I'm not interested. So you guys are boring to me. And they'd probably be like, hey, cool, that's right. Hey, bye, gringo. It's fine. I'm like, hey, I know I'm gringo. So that's fine. But there are literally tens of thousands of Mexicans around in my area. So yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind you saying it. Yeah, blonde Brazilians does it for me. El Guapo, what he did in his stream, like, blew my mind with blonde Brazilians, and that was it. That was it. That's in December. I haven't looked back. So, still studying Portuguese like crazy. All right.
Shout to Mr. Soul T. I'll leave that out. Shout out for the $10 super chat. Appreciate you, bro, for the support. Sri Lankans got the dark skin, fat, ASS, and silky hair. Why not Sri Lankans? I don't know. They're not my preference, bro. For me, it's Afro Black Latina chicks, African chicks, and East Asian chicks, and Southeast Asian chicks. No white woman and no South Asian woman at the moment, bro. There's no Indian woman, no Sri Lankan chicks, no Bangladeshi chicks. They're just not my preference at the moment, bro. And they're not checking for us. I know for a fact that Sri Lankan women are not checking for us, bro. And in my opinion, we're also not checking for them, and that's okay, brother. That's okay. Go for other groups of women. There's Afro Latinas in Brazil and Colombia. You got Japanese chicks, Taiwanese chicks, Indonesian chicks, African chicks in Tanzania, in flipping Rwanda, Ethiopia. We got options, man. Let Pookie and Ray Ray have Sri Lankan chicks. I'm cool with that. That's cool with me.
I mean, yeah. If I'm going to talk about the Indian Ocean, I would rather go with Tanzania or Ethiopia myself. Why? I don't know. Sri Lanka, I'm just not doing that. That ain't gonna happen.
It ain't happening unless y'all can reach out to me on IG and tell me, hey IP, I got receipts. Hey IP, let me come for an interview. But until that happens, I'm not interested, because I keep hearing from y'all. The other day, right, someone wrote something that what is it? Nepal chicks are checking. What was the other one? Was it Sri Lanka or another country? And I'm thinking, where's the receipts? Now call me up. Send me on send me a message on DM. Hey IP, that was my experience. I want to come for an interview. Unless you come for an interview, I'm not taking your word for it. I'll
Well,
keep it a stack.
well, I mean, what black people are going to Mount Everest? I mean, really? Usually, once there's a snow barrier, the black people stop. We're like, okay, this is enough for us. We're not going to go any further. We're done, right? So, I mean, I go past snow because I grew up in Chicago, so I'm okay with that. I can keep on going with snow. But even I have a limit with mountains. I'm like, nah, there's too many mountains there. I'm done. I'm not going to go so high. That's it. I'm not going past that. And other people go do it. So we're talking about people named Paul checking for brothers. Really? It's like
Should be
35.
good.
How yeah. How many miles in the air is it? And you think the brothers are there? What? Are they dead? Like, why are they there? Like, what's
Show me a
going
proof,
on?
man. Reach out to
Yeah.
me. I want to come on an interview. Until you do that, I'm not taking your word for it. You
I
know,
don't
yeah.
know.
Imagine a brother saying in the chat, "Women in Baghdad, Iraq are checking for us." Where's the proof that Iraqi women are checking for us? You know. So until I get that proof, man, reach out to me, speak to me one on one on the IG call, set up an interview for the channel. I have no interest in these chicks, and I'm trying to get these brothers to come on the channel, tell me your experience in Nepal, in Sri Lanka, or what's that other Asian country that I forgot. Until y'all do that, they're not going to be on our list of women for us to check out. I'll keep it a stack. I'll keep it
Mhm.
100. So let's open up the.
Yeah.
Let's no, let's do some reactions, brother. We've got another hour, 10 minutes left, brother, which is great. We're on schedule, and then we'll wrap up from there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go.
We just don't do mountain ranges. No, so we never. And if there's a high mountain range, like Switzerland, we don't have really have a podcast over Switzerland. I was there. You're checking for brothers. No, I was checking for cashmere sweaters. I was checking for blankets because I was cold. I wasn't thinking about the women there. I was cold. I wanted chocolate. So I mean, there weren't many black people there. I know there's immigrants there, but you gotta think like any mountain area. Usually, there's not that much of us there because it's just too cold. So, oh well,
Facts.
let it go.
So once again, someone said Madagascar. You've been Madagascar before, Theo?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I know you mentioned that.
yeah.
Were they checking for brothers?
I don't know. I wasn't really checking for them that much. I liked
Okay.
it. I thought they were very kind people. Good food. I love the food and the like the wildlife. The infrastructure, the internet was surprisingly fast from what I thought I was going to get. So it was a nice place. The beaches were wonderful. So it's
Interesting.
very nice. But let's just say that I wasn't thinking about bending anybody over there. That's for sure.
If you've been to Madagascar, you've been to Peru, Uruguay, Paraguay, you've been to Qatar, you've been to Egypt, Algeria, reach out to me. Send me a DM on IG, man. Send me a DM. You know, some of y'all want to push Iraq and Baghdad. Nah, bro, I ain't going to Iraq. Yeah, y'all must be on that yayo. You must be on that white, that pure white, bruv, with some soda on the side. I'm cool, bro.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to do Iraq. I kind of admit though, when in SoCal, I mean, I saw Persian women. There's some beautiful Persian women.
Mm,
I can see why they had an empire. They're definitely making enough people to support one because the women are so beautiful. That's for sure.
mm.
So yeah, I'll give them that. But I mean, a few. None of us has been to Iran unless it was to a jail. So yeah, that wasn't happening. So yeah, but beautiful women. I won't say anything bad about them. I knew Persians in Japan, and I always asked, why are we at war? I mean, I understand it, but from a political point of view, but wow, we get along so well. Let's
You
just
remember,
have
you remember
fun.
that? Remember that half Persian, those on half Persian, half Japanese chick. Oh
Oh,
my goodness! You saw that? You saw
goodness
that?
gracious. Yeah.
Yeah, you saw that interview?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, she was.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, man.
Like,
Yo, Japan calling me again. Japan just keeps calling IP. You know. Oh my goodness, that Persian Japanese chick, right? The
mhm,
Russian Japanese chick, flipping heck, bruv. Oh my goodness. I mean,
yeah.
you know. I feel like, you know, Japanese women and brothers meant to be together. You know, it's you know, whether she's half Japanese, half Moroccan, half Japanese, half black, she's meant to be with a bro. That Theo, before we start reacting to videos, right, Theo, right? I want to get 1 million black men over to Japan, bro, to wife up Japanese chicks and half Japanese, half Moroccan chicks, and half Russian, half Japanese chicks, brother. Is that possible? We could save it, brother. They're going through a population crisis at the moment. If we can get 1 million black men over there, bro, we can save it, bro. Is that possible?
Yeah, that's not happening. I know you're having fun with me. Yeah, that's not happening. For Japan, let's just try to for Tokyo, let's just try to get 2,000 more black Western men over there. Let's just try that. So English, Canadian, American, Australian, New Zealand, French, German. That's fine. Just get 2,000 black ones of us over there. Let's see what we can do. Because if it's gonna be a foreign population, it's gonna be the white guys who are gonna go do the passport with Joes. They're gonna be there in vast numbers because there's about 80,000 of them over there in Tokyo right now. But I mean, the Tokyo metropolitan area is 36 million people, so who cares? It's just so small, little population. So if anybody's going to reproduce, it's going to be those two populations. Yeah. So we're not gonna get 1 million. There's just not enough. That ain't gonna happen. I'd be surprised if that would happen because they'd stop that real quick. They'd just be like, okay, stop that. Okay, let's just put in another 20,000 Thai and another 20,000 Chinese, and kind of even things out, and that's how that would go down.
Okay, awesome, bro. All right, so Tensuke, you've been to Japan before, Theo? Sorry, Tensuke, let me know in the live stream chat, brother. And have you dealt with Blasian traditional chicks, brother? In in Japan, where do we find that, Mr. Tensuke? Let me know, bro. I am looking for a Blasian, half black, half Japanese. I will definitely wipe one up in quickly if she's my type of woman. In terms of everything.
Well, you go to Misawa. There's some up there, but I mean,
Misawa.
Yeah, you're gonna be bored, man. There's nothing to do there. I mean, except drink apple juice and get drunk. So I mean, it's in the middle of it's at the end of nowhere. It's just, but you can do it. They're there. There's definitely some servicemen, babies left there who got left behind. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now let me present video file, and okay. So first one we're gonna react to today, okay, is of course this is very shocking for you, and I want to hear your thoughts about this sad video.
Do we need men?
No.
Do we need men?
No.
No?
We don't need short men.
Do you need a man?
No.
Do you need a man?
Oh, God.
Do you need a man?
No.
Do we need men?
No.
Why?
No.
Do we need men?
No.
No? Do we need men?
We need men to make us stupid.
Do we need men? Do we need men? Do women need men in this world? Do we need men?
No.
Why?
Because we can be strong, independent women.
Do we need men?
Like, not necessarily, but like, if I can look at them, like, we need a man to look at.
Do we need men?
No!
No, why?
Nobody needs men!
Really?
We do not need men!
Why not? Why don't we need men?
Why would I need men?
So what can you get from someone else that you don't get from a man?
The only thing I can get from a man that I can't get anywhere else is dick.
Okay.
And I don't need dick.
Do we need women?
Yes,
We do. Why?
these women are awesome.
Do we need women?
Of course,
Why?
they're beautiful.
Do we need women?
Women make us feel compassionate and affectionate.
Do we need women?
Of course we do.
Do we need women?
Yes.
Why?
Because they're hot.
And what else?
They're hot.
Do we need women?
I mean, shit, unless they're gay.
Do we need women?
Do we need women?
Yeah.
Yes, who's gonna do my dishes?
So you're seeing, the divide between men and women here. So women are taught, right, by social media, by the brainwashing, by the liberal complex, right, to disregard men, not respect men, say men are trash, we don't need men, and it's encouraged because no one checks them for these kind of statements, bro. Okay, so that they're being taught to have hatred towards men, as opposed to men are being taught to simp for women. Notice how every man in that video said that we need women, but every woman in that video said we don't need men.
Mhm.
That is a strong indicator as to what is going on in the West. They're making men simp for women. Men bow down to women, right? Men believe that, the world revolves around women. Whereas women are being taught now to be strong, to be powerful, right? To demean men. You're
Mhm.
seeing what's going on over here, Theo. The evil agenda in the West. The disgusting evil agenda in the West, bro, right? It's shocking, fam. It is downright evil, bro. And the powers that be are pushing this rhetoric, bro. And these men don't know what they're getting into, right? They're done. Break it down for us,
Mhm.
Theo.
My view is, guys, do not try to change Western women. When they say what they're saying, take them at full value for what they're saying, respect it, and then change your actions accordingly. So you are the one to change your actions, not her. And when I mean change your actions, you need a passport. Go get your passport, go abroad, and do not even engage or contact women who talk like this. And then just wait 40 years and see what happens.
Facts. Theo, let me tell you this right, Theo. In your opinion, what is the future of America in your opinion, brother? Because, brother, these men are probably like 23, 24, women there, 21, 22, 23, 24, and they're thinking like that, bro. Brother, do you think America might implode on itself? Do you think that a whole bunch of men will leave America and America will be a woman-only country? And then, it's like that. What's the future for America, brother, in 50 years' time, 30 years' time? If this doesn't stop, brother, this divide between men and women in the West.
Mm, the United States will, well, it'll still continue because the corporations are the ones who are in power. So the military industrial complex will still continue, and the taxation revenue, the ability for the government to tax people will continue. So as long as that's there and the technology is there, the United States will remain intact. But regarding its culture in terms of family, oh, that's going to be a drastic transition. And what's unfortunately going to happen, but kind of what they wanted, this is almost going to be entirely the removal of white women. They're the ones who are going to drastically decrease their numbers because the women, so many of these women will not reproduce. So that's the first one. And then the ones who do reproduce are going to be a mixed bag between interracial and marrying white guys or being with white guys. So basically, the white population is putting into effect their own demise, especially the white liberal population. I've been thinking this for a long time. And the one country where you see this happening right now is Russia. Russia's white population is dwindling drastically. It's part of the reason why they're having the war with Ukraine. They have a massive demographic population to the point that it's highly unlikely they're going to be able to retain Siberia for the next 30 years. Like, if any parts, if republics in Siberia declare independence and allegiance to China, I am not surprised. And mainly because the white population is going to be decreasing to such a degree, they're going to be such a minority. And well, you look at why that is. Well, the white women, the white Slavic women, aren't multiplying, but the non-white Slavic women are multiplying. They're making kids in large families. So, which population is going to be winning on this?
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You couldn't.
Whew.
If the easiest way to remove heterosexual white women from the United States was to give them feminism, because the religious ones will still will reproduce. Latinas, they're reproducing no problem, making kids. They're just doing it, right? Black men, largely, they want to get married and actually make kids. So we're still multiplying. We're using our passports, right? But we're doing it. And then you have how many degrees of white men who are using their passports also marrying outside of their race. So if you're looking at the typical Becky, who typically just marries like Brad, who is, a typical white guy, that's becoming less and less likely because Brad knows what Becky is going to do to him. So he doesn't want to get married to her, or doesn't, at least doesn't want to make children because he knows how that's a death sentence. So the fertility just plummets. And it's all in the media. It's because Brad isn't good enough. No, man, it's because Brad knows better. So the Becky doesn't have a child. She hits 40, hits menopause, doesn't have a child. How many times am I seeing this right now, particularly with Gen X? In the next two generations, it's a huge time bomb. So you got this white population which can't reproduce.
Damn. Whoa. Great breakdown there, Theo. Eesh. Okay. So next one to react to. Look at those eyes. That tells you the situation in America right now. Just straight up, women like this that men are unfortunately dating. It's over. It's over.
Yeah, but you go abroad, like, okay, if you're a black man who's, reasonably successful, let's say you're like 5'8", you're making $80,000 a year, you're working remote, and you're in another country. You can either say Germany, Colombia, Brazil, Thailand, Philippines, Tanzania, something like that. You can easily find a woman who would be thrilled to have you, and particularly if you don't cheat on her, you want 4 kids, boom, you got them, no problems, happiness. She'll be more than happy to make 4 kids with you. So if you want to have children, why would you remain in the West where your $80,000 is zero? And if you give $80,000 to the woman, she's more likely just to become a single mother with it than actually make a family. It makes no sense. So guys, just go abroad and make your family out there.
Facts. All right. So next one to react to, video file. So let's react to passport sis. Let's react to passport sis. Hold on. Where is it? Okay, this one here. Interesting video.
Try to sugarcoat her experiences like everything's all roses and butterflies and shit like that, because I think that's also a big reason why there's so many black women especially being victimized in Korea right now. Y'all be out here trying to sell this dream that Korea is somehow magically gonna transform you into, like, from the ugly duckling into the swan, like the beautiful swan. And it's like, it doesn't happen that way here. Like, all you're gonna really experience when you come over here is more racism, colorism. What we're talking about is just the fact that you're not escaping what you really think you're escaping. It is delusional for you to think that you are going to move to a foreign country where they have openly discussed that they don't fuck with you, and you are going to meet people who just wholeheartedly fuck with you and understand you. Like, it's not gonna happen, y'all. It's really sad because the type of black women that I see that are into K-pop or just into, like, Asian culture, and just they have the means and the opportunity to travel because they're smart, they're well educated, like we're cultured, and yet we diminish ourselves to being, like, essentially only sought after because we're given the title as a Jezebel or, like, easy, or because we're a fetish. Because that's another thing we could get into. We could have a whole talk about fetishization and about how how easily Black women are manipulated into being hypersexual, even when they're not really hypersexual. Like,
When all has failed, you still.
All right, let me go here first, right? So I was in South Korea last year, right? Ain't no one checking for passport, sis, unless it was for a certain call in the night, keeping it PG, right? I saw passport sis looking lost out there. You know, they weren't getting hardly any play. And what she's saying here in this video is absolutely true. A lot of BWs in the West believe that South Korea is some sort of magical country that will save them. So the brothers don't, or men don't check for them, right? In the West, they watch some K-pop dramas, they go to South Korea, and it's nothing like the K-pop dramas. Let me tell you this right now, right? South Korean dudes are ruthless. They are ruthless, a lot more conservative, right? And they will always pick their woman over everything else, okay? So the hierarchy is this in South Korea for women, right? It is South Korean women first for marriage. If not, it's a Russian woman, Ukrainian, then a Western woman. I saw it with my own very eyes there, right? And passport sisters lost out there in South Korea. I was just there last year. It was a joke, right? And I'm thinking, what's going on here? Take yourself back to America and the UK and get yourself right. Get your mind right. Because South Korea just ain't it. Break it down for us, Theo.
Passport sisters, I welcome you to Southeast Asia. I'm sure you'll do very well. Go there for at least 1 year, and I hope you enjoy the culture, the food, and I hope you find love. Go for it, girl.
Oh my goodness.
Just so you know, me as a passport bro who's done like 16 years in Asia, I have no problem with you going to Asia. Go right on ahead. Like yeah, like I was saying, what Johnny Walker's saying, bless your heart. Enjoy yourself in Southeast Asia. I'm sure you'll enjoy yourself. There's a lot of good food there. Go for it.
I don't know what they're thinking, right? Because you know, why would the average South Korean dude pick a BW right over a top-notch South Korean chick or Vietnamese chick? You know, why would he do so? You know, passport sisters, right, need to get back to reality. A lot of dudes in South Korea aren't checking for them. Like I mentioned, they're only used for a certain call in the night. They're used for racking up experience, getting the experience out the way, and then going on to South Korean chick. I saw it with my own very eyes, man. They weren't checking for passport sis like that. You know, they weren't.
I say that, you know, what can I say about their experience in Southeast Asia? What do I know? So they can go there and do their thing and have their Stella get their freak on, you know, get her groove back, you know, if that's what it is, go for it, lady. So Southeast Asia is a really wide, diverse place. If you want to go there, go right on ahead.
And then she's speaking about federalization. You know, that's whole nother thing. Get out the country. Just get out the country and get your mind right. Because it's clear that South Korean dudes don't take passports seriously. And we've been saying it for a long time. You can't do what we do. Y'all can't be passport bros. Y'all don't do IT. Y'all y'all don't study hard. Y'all just book tickets out there to get your freak on, you know, to live some sort of fantasy K-pop life. And now you're seeing that what you see on TV ain't real. TV ain't real, sweetheart. TV ain't real, sweetheart.
I would say even if they would be lucky to get a 2 a.m. WID text, I'm very lucky to get that. Because, of course, the way that most of my friends did it in Japan and in Korea was we didn't recognize their existence. So why? I mean, they're going to some place where We literally do not have to recognize they have a presence anywhere, and there's nothing they can do about it.
Mm.
They have no influence at all. So that's why I'm like, I don't even care. I, what is she gonna do? Like straight out. Okay, so if you have an ABW or even any Western woman, basically in Tokyo. Okay, so you got Japanese, Thai, Korean. You're not going any further. That's it. You're done. They got the entire male population, right? So Western woman, what is she gonna do? She can try as much as she wants. Fine. You've got all these hyper competitive Japanese women looking to scoop up any man who's normal, like a heterosexual man who actually wants a woman. There's not that many of them there now. So compared to the female population, so the guy has a pulse and wants something, the women are going for him. And then you have, again, like you're talking about, like, Vietnamese women, and that's an option. Korean women are, you saw them, they're beautiful there. Especially half Japanese, half Korean.
Ooh.
Yeah, you got guys definitely going for that, and then you got the hafu, and then if there's Thai around, that's it. It's game over. That was my poison in Tokyo. Thai, straight out. I mean, so you're talking about, like, why would I acknowledge that West women exist again? I don't get it. I wouldn't even listen to them. Like, if they said anything to me, if they asked me for help, I just keep on walking. I wasn't the only one. Zillions of us did the same thing. We did not recognize their existence. So she's saying all this stuff, and I'm just like, okay, go there. Whatever you say, because I know what the outcome's going to be. So I don't care.
There you go. There you go. To Miko R White, I think she's a BW. You want to call in later on the stream, to speak your truth and let us know if we're incorrect. Break it down for us. But I've been South Korea myself, and it's not some sort of K-pop, K-drama TV series that we see on Netflix, all that nonsense. It's just so basically, right. The job between me and Theo is that, so if we're abroad, right, and a BW hears my accent, right, and knows that I speak English, and she comes up to us, Theo, and says, "Oh wow, you speak English?" I'm gonna tell her, "I don't speak English. I speak American." What? I don't speak English. I speak American. I'm sorry, I don't understand. I only speak American. She's gonna be the most confused BW ever. That's how much I want to avoid these chicks when I go abroad. Western women, white women, whatever. If you're a Western woman, don't come near me. You hear me speak English, and you ask me where you're from, I'm going to tell you, I don't speak English. I speak American. So I don't understand English, only American.
Yeah.
And hopefully she gets the message and leaves me alone.
I like this comment that she has here. I'm gonna go ahead and break this one down here. This is hilarious. So there are hundreds of YouTube channels. Okay, I just say stop right there. Instead of listening, like whatever you said, you go to Asia yourself and make your own YouTube channel. Okay, because unless you're there, you're talking cap. All right. Now, fair to both African and African American women. Okay. Many Black women are working in many Asian countries teaching English. Really? Really? I don't think so. Good try, because the number one nationality they want are white English. That's number one, and then white American is number two. So that would be the white American male, and both, and then white English male they want, and then after that would be they want the female one for both a white English and then white American. Then they would want the white male or female Aussie. They're coming in hardcore. Then you have the Canadian and the New Zealander. Those guys, they get first pick. I know, because I was there. I saw it myself. Then Black guys can get in. Okay, yeah, as long as the accent is legit. They can, if it's like clear like mine, then yeah, it's going to go ahead and go in. You can have a Black accent on the side if you want to, but not in class. You have to speak in a certain way so the students can understand you. So if you're talking about That, sister? Really? Hundreds? Really? Then working at IT, you gotta be tripping. You got the Indians coming in. You think black people are like those kind of numbers in Asia when there are Indians there and the government policies are to hire domestically first and the Indians will work at like 70% off? And you're talking there's black people like that are working in Asia like that? Are you tripping, honey? Yeah, you need to go there and actually work there. Yeah, you go find that stuff out. And you got black women are notorious for not being able to speak the local language. Like there's so many of them suck. Particularly like in Japanese, Korean, they cannot speak that language. You might be able to get one or two or something stuff on there. Yeah, sure. But large part, no, they're bad. The ones who can speak it are the black males. They usually really excel at it. So, honey, until you go there, I would say that go there 5 years. Let's see what happens. Until you do that, it's all cap. You're capping.
Tamiko, all right. I suggest you call in and speak your truth, sweetheart. Call in. And it is what it is. You got to call in. Don't be behind that and and do that and throw shade. Let's react to the next one, right? This is gonna be interesting.
To work. Who did it? Who fought for women?
So what we're seeing here is Theo's type. So I'm sure Theo's definitely happy inside. Let's play.
Who fought for women to go back to work? Who did it? Because I got a fucking word I want to speak with you. I do not want to work. I'm tired of it. What happened to the girls who get to stay home and cook and clean and that's their job? That is our occupation. They get to just like relax during the day and just make sure everything's good when their husband comes home. That's the job. That is the job. I have never dreamed of a job. Oh, what's your dream job? I dream of not having a job. I dream to not. I just want to beach. I just want to nails and wife and cook and clean and know that everything is paid. I don't want to be doing this. Whoever did that, death to all of you.
Wow, you go there first, Theo. What's your thought about this blonde Becky angry that she has to work?
Hey, you're strong and independent. You go for it, girl. You're making more money than men. You're excelling. You got the education. Go right on ahead. I hope you enjoy yourself with your career and go a long time. See what the dating market is, and if you don't make any children by the time you're 40, I hope you get a few good dogs and prepare your will before you die alone. There you go.
Listen, blonde Becky, right? Tomorrow is the 21st of February or the 20th of February. I want you awake at 5 a.m. Okay, you got work at 7:30 in the morning, so you best be awake. So make sure you have an early night. Don't watch Netflix for too long. Don't watch any TV shows for too long. Get to bed early. Wake up. Make you breakfast. And I want you to work 9 hours shift, 10-hour shift. Okay, and then when you come home, you're gonna have some cereal and then rinse and repeat. That's your life for the next year or so because you voted for that. You wanted that. So wake up every day at 5:30 a.m. right, and get yourself to work. I don't want you complaining. I want you working to the absolute core, right? Work for that bonus, work for that pay rise, work your ASS off. Okay, work. No shortcuts. You best pay them taxes, girl. You best pay those taxes and on time too, right? or else it's going to be a problem. So get to work. Okay.
Yeah.
Get to work.
Yeah. I totally agree. They wanted this. They got it. And the thing is I studied feminism myself, and one of the points of feminism was that they thought that there would be like this magnificent amount of wonderful men waiting for the women when they were around 40 years old. So no matter what they did, these men would be there to wife them up and pay their debts or anything that was happening, give them children, and be the ultimate salvation. That was one of the key points that I saw in feminism. And I always look at them and said, did you ask the men about this? Did you ask them if they're going to be waiting? Because when I turned 40, believe me, I wasn't waiting for no woman like that. I didn't recognize they existed. That's when I really stopped talking to Western women. So I'm just like, hey, you might want to think twice about that retirement plan, honey. Um, it may not be exactly what you think it's going to be.
Facts, facts. You wanted this, you voted for it, so you deal with it. No shortcuts. I'll tell you who's going to be a stay-at-home wife, Theo. It's going to be a foreign woman,
Mm,
right? But from a country that's not Western. She
yep.
deserves that title to be a stay-at-home wife,
Yeah.
looking after kids and being looked after. You Western women are going to work yourself until you're 80 years old. I don't give a damn. You're going to work.
Hmm.
You will keep the economy running
Hmm.
when me and the passport bros will be abroad. Okay. Semi-retired, working part-time because we're doing so well. You're going to be in the West. You best be in the West. You best be working until you're 80 years old. Work for that pension, right? And work, 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 work. No, 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 no. Just work, woman. Work. Okay. Awesome. Awesome.
Hmm.
So next one to
I agree. I agree. Let them work. I mean, I like this. I've got friends who are like, I would say they're making between $40,000-$45,000 a year, and they're Becky's. They're between the ages of 45 and 55, and that's it. That's all. That's it. That's a max. They have no savings, and their best hope is to have Social Security when they retire. And I'm like, Social Security? You're Gen Xer. You know there's not going to be any Social Security for us. We've talked about this the entire time we've been growing up. So what are you going to do? And they don't have a solution. That's it. They're just going to be poor or just be working until the day that they literally die. I'm like, all right, go, you go, girl. That's good. Got no problem with it. You do you.
while you're working Western women, make sure you're playing "Work, Work, Work" by Rihanna in the background so you can get to work. Okay, so you can
Mm.
keep your blood flowing. Make sure you play some Rihanna "Work, Work, 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 Work." Cool. So let's react to let's react to the next one.
I won't be where I'm gonna be able to retire when I'm 55 if I really want to. I could retire now if I really wanted to, but there's no way. But I'm 55 will probably be the first time that I can realistically do it. I won't retire until I'm about 75 because I just like working so much. But when I retire, yeah, I'll be working part. I'll probably be teaching because I love to teach, right? So
Hmm.
I'll probably be teaching more passport bros, like probably from Brazil or Kiev, about how to leave the West. We're doing the same thing I'm doing now. Then hopefully we'll get like 10, 15,000 people within our groups to actually be leaving. That'll be wonderful. Just our little impact.
So we got another clip here where a woman has divorced her man and she's homeless and it's just a crazy situation all around.
So hard to talk right now. Situation's so hard. I'm just trying to relax. I tried to fix it after 3 days with my husband. And he's just like, no, you can't, you know? Like, I'm done with you. Today he keeps reiterating, like, through text message, like, we can be brother and sister in Christ. Sorry, this couldn't work out. So I came to live with my family, but they're hopping from place to place because they don't have a place. 7 days here, 7 days there. It's the hardest situation. I'm about to go through a divorce. My husband not being there for me, and he knows the situation my family's in. Which is one argument that we had before I left the house, because he said if your family loses their house, then they can stay here. But once it happened, I asked him and he said no.
Damn.
Now I'm in a situation with he doesn't want me back.
Damn.
don't know. I just got a new job. And he said he's done helping me, he's done paying my bills on March 15th. So it's like helping my family, trying to pay my bills, not having a house, moving every freaking 7 to 14 days from place to place with the company my mom works for, because it's like they have vacation houses, but it's just the most humiliating, degrading, low position ever. And just to know that like I'm married and like my husband just doesn't care and isn't helping, doesn't want me. Like I left the house because you threatened to call the cops on me when I wasn't even yelling at you.
Damn. Theo, you go there first, Theo. What's your thoughts about this situation where she's homeless, going through a divorce? Obviously, if you go by stats, Theo, again, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. She most likely initiated the divorce. Break it down for us, Theo.
I don't view her as being homeless. She's going from place to place. There's some place for her to sleep. So she's inconvenienced, but that's it. When I was homeless, I was sleeping on the streets. That's what mine was. I was sleeping behind benches, or I was in certain places where I had to hide my body where I was sleeping, and hopefully that spiders or animals or some like mass murderer didn't find me and kill me in the middle of the night. That was what I was dealing with. She's not dealing with anything like that at all. So I think she's just fine. I think she doesn't like being inconvenienced. She has a family. She has cash flow. I didn't have any of that. My parents were dead. I had no money coming in. I had zero at that time. I remember it very clearly. I'm not crying for her at all. She is just fine. There are plenty of women's shelters out there. There are churches. There are plenty of resources that'll take care of a woman just like this. And I can tell she's doing just fine. Why? Look at her face. That is well taken care of. That there's moisturizer. There is what is it? Oh boy, I can't believe all the points I just she has done her face up. She's able to take care of herself. Believe me, when I was homeless, I did not look taken care of like this at all. I was miserable. It was a very hard time. I took very hard blows. I was lucky to get a shower every day. I was eating mostly carbs. I wasn't taking care of my face or anything like that. It was a horrible existence. She's doing just fine. Look, her clothes are clean. Her face is clean. Her hair is done.
Nose on point too.
Yeah, she's not homeless. No, she's doing just fine. She just wants people to pity her, and I do not pity her at all. Zero. Girl, you want me to pity you? Actually go out to the streets for a month where you're worried if you're going to die every night. Do that. I did that. Yeah. Then we can talk.
Damn. Theo went in. Facts, absolute facts. She's looking fresher than Fresh Prince CEO from Fresh and Fit.
Yeah.
You know, she's looking on point. You know, and you know, she mentioned that she's reached out to her ex-husband now for help. Well, I mean, what kind of world are these West women living in? You're going through a divorce. You practically hate each other now, and you think he's going to let you back in, right, temporarily so you won't be out on the street. And I guarantee you that she was the one who initiated the divorce. This is what I'm saying, Phil. A lot of some people just aren't thinking correctly, right? He don't want you name anymore. And shout out to that bro for what's the word for it that everyone says right now? Standing on business. He stood on business and he told her, you get out to the street, you're a grown woman, you figure it out. Like Theo said, right? Women are so privileged in the West nowadays. They got women's shelters, they got all these charities. It is impossible for a woman to be homeless. Women are the most privileged human beings in the West right now. If you're a woman and you're homeless, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. It's just, come on, bro.
Yeah, it's a lie. That's particularly someone who looks like this, you can just tell by her condition. She's too fresh. She's doing too well. She has actual time to cry like this. You're homeless. You don't have time to cry. You're hungry. You're moving all the time. You're wondering if you're going to die. You're wondering where you can take a shower. There's irritations all over you. You don't know what the weather's going to be like, if it's going to rain on you. You don't know if someone's going to beat you up just because you exist in the wrong place. You're worried about this all the time. You're worried about food. Like, do you have, believe me, like, where you could eat, a lot of times out of trash cans. So one of the things you're trying to think about is, like, when do the restaurants actually throw trash, like, their food away, and which restaurants, like, have the most amount of fresh food coming out so you can get a dinner. And then, are the police going to find you? Are they going to find your body? Or the police come beat you up or do something to you? You haven't done anything. It's an issue. You are hunted all the time. She ain't being no hunted. Nothing going wrong with her. She's fine. Got her husband's paying her money and stuff. She got cash flow. She can go on. She got an EBT ticket. Get some, some government food, like $300 a month, and she can get a card for that. That hard. There's plenty. Like, she can go to a Catholic church or some other kind of religious place. They'll take her in, do something with her, give her some sort. There's plenty of organizations that do this. Black men literally get the streets. If they don't prove themselves, it's the streets. That's what we get. We get reality. It's what woke me up. I was on the streets 3 times in 1 year. Never forgot it. Been a hyper worker ever since. Thankful for what I got. Got a nice house here. So, man, there's no woman in here. There's a reason for that. I don't have to worry about things. Right? Yeah. Yeah. I took care of myself after that. Made sure everything's good. I got plenty of money. So whatever issue she's going through, wish her well, honey. You're strong and independent. You can go deal with it on your own. No mercy for me.
She needs to go on in the Guinness records for the most freshest looking homeless woman I've ever seen.
Yeah. Yes, she does. So look at that. I mean, her everything looks great. I mean, she looks like she could be on, like, the TV and do some sort of presentation. Like, she's doing really well. Look at that. I mean,
I thought she might be, a cast member of Atlanta Housewives. We'll laugh about Atlanta Housewives, the way she looks. So, sweetheart, just get it together. And I'm sure you initiate the divorce. You got to deal with your action and your consequences. Next time, think twice about initiating divorces, in regards to something stupid. It's always something stupid. Oh, I want to be free, blah, blah, blah. I feel like, you feel contained. How about you have some foresight and think about the future? Have some foresight. Damn.
Yeah.
Shout out to Theo. Go on, bro.
Yeah, have some foresight. Think about your situation. Just think about what you're doing. Try to. If you don't, okay, anyway, again, they'll figure it out. Remember, they're more educated than us. They have more money than us. They have a higher salary than us. Remember all that kind of stuff. So they'll be just fine.
Absolutely, absolute facts. So remove that video. Shout out to Mr. Beckford90 for the $2 super chat. Looks like Stella didn't get her groove back. That's that for the previous video.
That's for AEW in Asia, which is entirely true. I don't even know. Get ABW in Asia. I'm just like, okay, go ahead. Okay.
Shout out to Mr. Alphonse Jobs for the $5 super chat. Woman will get drafted and working plumbing, AC, and high voltage. Congratulations on being and trying to be equal. Yes, indeed. She could get a plumbing job, an electrician job, but she won't do it. I guarantee you she wants to be an office worker with an air conditioner office that they all want to have, and then complain about corporate America. Lady, there have been jobs in building. There have been jobs in plumbing. There have been jobs as an electrician. There have been jobs as a plumber. Why don't you effing do it then? Because y'all want the comfy jobs air conditioner so you can post on Instagram and Snapchat. Oh, I work for Facebook. Oh, look at my day in the life in Facebook HQ. I went to the park today. Then we had some dinner. Then we played pool. Then I spoke to my friend here. Then we went to blah blah blah. I had some Starbucks coffee. Then I had some latte. Then I had some lasagna, and it was totally awesome. It was super totally awesome. That's what I want to do, bro. But they would never make a TikTok if they were plumbing or doing electrician work because it's boring to them and they can't do it, bro. I'll keep it a stat, fam.
Yeah, why aren't they doing it? Go ahead. I've actually said that to feminists before. Like, oh yeah, there's like tens of thousands of plumbers and electricians out there who are women. I'm like, really? Like, are you sure? Because I keep on looking for them. I don't find them. I see plenty for some Mexican men who are doing it. I'm here in Texas, so I see a lot of Mexican men who are doing that. They're really good at it. They can go on the roof and do anything. They go through the plumbing, go through the sewer system. They could do that stuff well. And then I see some other men who are doing it. I've yet to see a woman do it. So I mean, I don't deny that there's at least one woman doing it. Of course, there has to be a few. But I mean, largely in part, I see all men doing this. So, oh well.
Well, all right. So next one to react to, Theo. Want to hear your thoughts on this video?
Enough to sustain it. I'm not saying you can't have cross-cultural relationships, but without emotional and intellectual intimacy, they will fall apart. And that's why a lot of, in America, there's a lot of this passport bros guys that will go abroad and find they don't last because there's not enough of that connection. And one thing with women, they will always look for connection. So let's say, for example, she is from Thailand, she marries this guy from the US and all this stuff. She will still keep in touch with the guy that she went to school with, who's probably selling nuts on the street. She'd still want to be with him because he understands her in a way that no one else can. So we look for familiarity, but men look to familiarity in terms of what they're sexually attracted to. We look for familiarity in what we're emotionally attracted to.
I think you and I are in agreement about how terrible.
No, so I'm gonna push back there, right? I feel more connected with a foreign woman than I've ever done with a Western woman. So I don't know what she's talking about. This is another point where women think that they know how men think and how men do things. If you're not a man and you're a woman, you know nothing. Like in the TV show Game of Thrones, Jon Snow, you know nothing. Woman, you know nothing. Okay, I feel more connected with a foreign woman every time I go abroad. I've been Morocco, I've been Japan, I've been South Korea, etc., etc. When I was in Japan last year, I made it was like, the connection I had with Japanese chicks, with Moroccan chicks, was otherworldly, bro. But I can't connect with English women, right? I can't connect with them. We are on completely different wavelengths, and it just isn't working out, with a traditional man like me and a hyper liberal feminist woman with a high body count in the UK. So I'm gonna get my passport and connect with real women that are traditional, right? And CIP as a hardworking IT bro that puts in work every day. That's who I connect with. And she's talking about women are still thinking about the guy that sells peanuts in Thailand. What are you talking about, lady? What you talking about, lady? Break it down for us, Theo, man. These chicks they've lost them, and these Western women, brother. It's over.
I really think it's funny. It's just like, where do I start with this one? First, I want to say this is Khan. I forgot her first name, but it's just like she's like the Dr. Khan or something like that. She's rather intellectual, so I'll say this. I shout out to her intellect. I would love to go on a one-to-one battle with her from an intellectual point of view. This chica is entirely gynocentric, and her main theme whenever she is talking is that Western men should marry post-war Western women and give all the resources to them. And then she gives all the reasons for this. And it's basically she doesn't want to lose her male population. That's it. all you do is just look at what's in it for her, because she sees the writing on the wall. She sees high value men leaving the West and not trying to marry women like her. One of the things that she said on one of her podcasts was, why would you go for a younger woman? Because the older women have lower body counts. So you should go for a 40-year-old who has a lower body count than a 23-year-old. And I was just looking at her, I was like, oh yeah, you've lost it, honey. Yeah, you don't know what men are thinking about. You don't understand men fundamentally. So she does a lot of projection and saying like what a woman's point of view is or a woman's fear, and then projects it onto the man. So like, for example, I agree with you saying that we have more of a connection with Western women. No, we don't. No, absolutely don't. The women with whom I have the largest connection right now, just to be honest, are Japanese, Brazilian, and Ukrainian. I have deep connections with them. I talk to them daily. We have fun. I do talk to them quite a lot. I have no connection at all with Western women. I see nothing in unity with them. I have seen no shared experience. I have no desire to talk to them at all. They don't turn me on. I don't I don't even want to look at them. I have no desire for them at all. Most passport bros are thinking exactly the same way. And she's going like, she's talking about the girl in Thailand who's still talking to the guy selling nuts on the corner. Okay, tell that to the thousands upon thousands of Thai women who are married to Norwegian, Finnish, and Swedish men who are very happy and not talking at all to anyone back in the homeland except their family members. Let's go talk with them first, because those guys are doing very well. And of course, the feminism in the Nordic countries are very unhappy with this because they can't stand to see men who are happy without them. And that's exactly what they are. They're happy. And she thinks this is going to stop. No, it's going to continue. So, hey, Khan, figure out what men want. Use your brain. Figure out what men want. Actually, not from a gynocentric point of view, but from the man's point of view. Use that psychology degree that you have. Put it to good use and actually figure things out. And then try to figure out how women can deliver to what men actually want. Because if you don't, passport will continue, and we're going to go to women who actually going to deliver what we want. And why wouldn't we? That makes sense. So my little 2 cents.
Facts, absolute facts. So a couple more videos to react to. I just want to address a comment previously, right, in regards to the previous clip. I'll keep it real with you, brothers. I don't care, right, about what Western women go through, because brothers, right, we have seen men in the West, right, get ruined, get put out on the streets because of a stupid divorce that has no merit whatsoever. Lost everything, lost his assets, his pension, his house, his car, everything he's worked for based on a stupid garbage divorce, right? Women in the West, they will take you to the cleaners, to the cleaners, brothers. They don't care about y'all, right? So y'all gotta detach and stop having feelings for Western women. Y'all gotta be cold towards them. Detach yourself towards them, because they will ruin you in the workplace. They will ruin you in customer service, in the marriage, etc., etc. Right? Start being cold towards them and detach yourselves, because at this point, right, it's literally war, and you're seeing it every day. Literally half an hour ago, they told y'all they don't need men.
Yeah.
So if women, hold on, Phil, if they're telling you that they don't need men, what on earth do you think they're going to do to you if they feel like you're disposable? Right? They will do anything to destroy you. Some of y'all got to wake up and stop this flipping feelings towards Western chicks and stop simping towards them. Right? I'll keep it a stat, brothers.
Yeah.
Or else you will get got. You will get got.
Yeah, well stated.
The first step, right, to breaking apart from West women is believing that, they don't want you anymore. They don't like you. They don't care about you. And y'all gotta know their true intentions.
Mm.
They will put their own selfish desires over you. They will ruin you over stupid things. We've seen men lose it all in a stupid divorce,
Mm.
right? His
Yep.
pension, his S&P 500, his
Mm.
stocks, his houses, his car go to the woman, right, over a dumb thing, and then she's getting another guy to sleep in his bed in his house. He's out on the street. He has nothing, and some of these dudes delete themselves every day.
Mm.
Do you
Mhm.
know do you know how high the male deletion rate is in the West right now is? Because of how divorces are and how the laws are skewed so far against men. Wake the flip up, brothers, man. Wake up.
Mm. It's 22 people per day in the United States. 22 men per day, something like that.
Damn.
It's a very high number, and you're entirely correct about this. They do not care, so they go from we don't need any men to don't go abroad because the girl will want the corner nut seller. Are you serious? You got it. So we don't want you, but don't go anyplace else because of this fear, uncertainty, and doubt I'm going to plant in your head. So your attention has to be with me, but I don't need you. That's narcissism. No, man, you straight out have got to leave them alone. So I would say, okay, what you said was correct. Recognize that they do not want you, do not need you, have no desire to do anything with you except use you. Then the second point is stop all resource transfer to them. This includes money, time, energy, and physicality. So don't touch them, don't look at them, don't acknowledge them, don't give them any money. If they need any help, just walk away. Just straight out and say, look, I got something else to do. Or don't even say that. Just say it to yourself, I got something else to do. Go do something else. Like there's some place else they can get that help from. And just keep it a buck to yourself. Just there's no reason for you to be there. You keep it like that. You keep it hardcore like that. You'll be doing yourself a good service. There is no reason for you to be doing any form of resource transfer. Once you start like that, I did that. Remember, and I started that in 2011. Once I started that, my life started changing drastically.
Facts, absolute facts. I'm cold towards them. I try my best to keep away from them. Only work, only customer service. I be respectful. That's it. Leave me alone because I just can't do anymore. Right? They will ruin you. Don't let them ruin you. Ignore them and go about building yourself up. Shout out to Mr. Duck Listener for the $5 super chat. That English Indian chick has more connections with nail extensions and K-cup than she does with reality. Facts.
Hold on. She's not Indian. She's Pakistani. Yeah, I mean, she said that. I mean, I'm pretty sure she's Pakistani, and she was educated in London, so that's probably the reason why her accent is so like amazingly good. So much better than mine. So I'll say that she has better accent than I have. All right, so she's very well educated, and but she's looking at a world where she is no longer a trophy wife. She's no longer a prized wife because she looks rather exotic. Even me, for everything I say that I don't like, I don't go for women who look like that. Yeah, if this were a different world, I'd probably be checking her out, especially because she's so intelligent, right? Now, no, I don't care. I argue on her streams all the time. So there you go.
All right, so check this out. Check this out.
Okay.
Let's see. Was it this one over here? Let me see.
Asking out a woman, you need to get to the point. I'm saying this to try to be helpful because I've been getting asked out a lot for some odd reason. And every time it's so awkward and they're just like trying to make small talk. And I'm like, sir, let's go, get to the point. Go up to her, say, hey, I think you're really beautiful. Can I get your number? Hey, I think you're pretty and I would love to hang out sometimes. Something simple and flattering, but we all need to move on with our day. We don't need to make small talk. And also remember to look at their ring finger and see if they're married before you ask them out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's BS, right? When was the last time, right? You seen a man go up to a woman and say, hey, I think you're beautiful. Can I get your number for coffee tomorrow? she'll call the cops on you. She'll call you a creep. Why are you even looking at me in the first place? Do I want you near me? So the fact that you can have it that simply, I think you're pretty, I think you're beautiful, and get a number. That again, that shows you how out of touch Western women are. If you're not a man, you can't speak on our experiences, Theo. Theo, if you hear what Gen Z are going through, what certain millennials are going through in terms of cold approaching chicks, it's horrendous, bro. You can't even say you're pretty. I like your dress. I like your color of your trousers or your blouse without any problems there, Theo. So clearly, approaching women that way doesn't work. But guess what, Theo? It works abroad. It works abroad for you. When you go to Japan, you tell her, "Sumimasen, I like your long dress. It's very beautiful. Oh, arigato, 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 arigato." She's blushing. She's like, "Oh, thank you, thank you." But you tell a Western chick, Theo, "I like your shoes. I like your hair." Oh, what? Oh
I
my
know.
God.
Yeah.
911. There's a creep right next to me saying he likes my blouse. Come arrest him.
Mm.
Get your passport, brothers, man. Get your passport, man. Go on, Theo.
I would say, first off, she's probably used to players and thugs going up to her and cold approaching, because the only guys who are successful in doing that are particularly, we have videos about this, are guys who look like thugs. So, okay, she's probably had that a lot. She's young. So guys, follow her advice. I agree with you. You should just go up to a woman and talk to her. I agree with that. And you should tell her she's beautiful. I do that all the time. And you should ask her out and tell her, like, hey, I like to go out with you or have dinner with you. Yeah, I agree with her. I agree with her 100%. You just don't ask this kind of woman out. That the object of your action is not going to be a Western man. Ignore that they exist. However, take their advice. So take this advice and date a Japanese woman or a Brazilian or a Colombian or a Panamanian or a Tanzanian or Ethiopian. I have to start bouncing around the world. Czech, Ukrainian. They will really like that. And even if they're not into you, at least they'll blush and they'll say, like, I have a boyfriend or something like that. But at least they'll respect you when they reject you, and it's okay. You can go on. And I agree with you. Look this on her finger first to see if she's married. And remember, Slavic women wear their married ring on their right hand, not their left. Right? Something you need to remember. But if you do that check, and you are man enough to actually make the approach, the women in those other countries are usually respectful enough to you to appreciate that you did the effort. Don't ever cold approach a Western woman. Never. There is no purpose in this at all. Remember, they are strong and independent, and they don't need a man. You don't cold approach them. You literally do not. Hats off. No, gone.
Facts, absolute facts. All right, last two clips before I put the phone lines and wrap it up, bro. Remove from studio, present, video file. Okay, so this one here, let me see.
Life that I won't experience true love until you get married, or like you just experience a different type of love when you're with somebody, you have like a partner to share your life with, which I totally understand. But to say that I, as a single person, don't know what love is absolutely insane. And now I'm starting to realize, like, I experience more love in my daily life from my friends and family as a single person than I had ever spent with my 2 years in my ex in my relationship. And now I'm just like, why could I think, I still as a single person thought, like, I have to look for a man, I'm not gonna be happy unless I'm with a man. And now I'm like, why I was so unhappy with a man. So that doesn't always correlate. Like, I understand some people lift you up and they make you happier, but some people don't.
Yet another evidence of Western women telling you that they just don't rock with y'all like that. Right? I guarantee you, right? She was only with that guy for what Theo says, resource transfer. Pay my bills, take me out on dates, pay for this, pay for that. using him for his resources, and there was no emotional connection there. That's the average relationship right now in the West, right?
Mm.
A bunch of dudes. No, so brother, in
Mm.
2024, right? There are two roles Western men play in a relationship with a Western woman, right? The first role is being her personal photographer, taking pictures for her for her IG, for Snapchat, for TikTok. Brother, whenever I go out, right, I always
Mm.
see a Western woman's boyfriend just taking pictures of her. I'm thinking,
Mm.
is he your boyfriend or is he your personal photographer? It's always happening, bro. And then the second point, brother, is for again resource transfer. You're gonna see her. You're gonna see him. You're gonna see him carrying her bags. He's spending on her, and you can tell, brother, she's not interested, right? She's on her phone. She's on social media. Her eyes are wandering. Theo, of course, Theo, you will get chicks like this that don't really love you. Once again, passport bro movement is undefeated, man.
Yeah.
Undefeated.
Yeah. Um. Okay. So, are her friends and family going to get her pregnant and then be with her when she gives birth, or if she needs IVF to pay for those services and then hold her hand while she gets injected in her stomach all the time so that she can become more fertile? Our friends and family, our dog, going to be there when she's really sick and she needs someone to clean her properly and she done stink. And friends and family going to go there when she needs you know, female hygiene products and she doesn't want to go outside the bathroom because she feels dirty. She doesn't feel like doing that. She feels sick. And, she doesn't want to do anything with life. Friends probably going to be there for that? I don't think so. It's usually a man who does it. I know because I've been there. I've done it myself. Everything that I've talked about, I've had some relation with doing that with a woman before. I know what this is like, and it sucks. It's really hard. And friends and family usually are not around to be doing that kind of crap. Just the way it is. I would tell this kind of woman, go ahead and continue as you are. Remember, you don't need a boyfriend. You don't need a man at all. So why did you waste 2 years of your time with a man who you didn't need? He could have been with someone else who actually did need him. I have no mercy for these women at this point. So we're gonna see what happens when they hit 35 to 40. That's a brutal time period for a woman. So let's just see what happens. They'll be fun. Passport bros, get your passports, go abroad, avoid these kind of situations. And most of you guys know how to be like good with women anyway. You know how to take care of her, listen to her, love her, be affectionate. It's just that you can't do this with Western women because they take it as a weakness when you're actually just being loving. So don't give that kind of energy to the women in the West whatsoever. Just say nothing to them. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, goodbye, good riddance.
Cop the merch. Cop the merch, brothers. Get down the t-shirt, bruv. Get down the t-shirt. Teespring link in the description below. Get your t-shirt and let West women know that you're working with them.
I literally have no mercy for them. I don't. I just not at this point. I'm just like what you guys have done, man. Go abroad, enjoy yourself. Get that woman who's just totally feminine and with you. That's what I did. I'm happy. So you guys should do it too.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Awesome. So we got 10 more minutes. Let's wrap up very soon. Let's get some callers in. If you want to chime in on the divorce stats, now's the time to call in. This has been a great live stream. I'm gonna post a link in the live stream chat, brothers. Okay, so y'all call in. Once again, there's 3 more spots for my Python course and my Patreon. So you can go on the Patreon, look for the Ultimate Python tier February 2024 and grab those last 3 spots. if you want to be in my upcoming Python class, where I'll be teaching you Python starting this Sunday. Okay, let's go. So I'm gonna pin that in the live stream chat right now. Classic live stream, classic. More classics than Beethoven albums.
I don't get why they say that they don't need us and they talk like that. I look at them like, are you entirely narcissistic? Are you lost? I mean, do you understand what you're saying? That's the way, like, when you actually do the passport bro thing and you actually go abroad, you don't talk to Western women again. You're like, thank God I'm away from them. And it's like a bad nightmare. And then you never go back. It's like if you were with a used Ford or a used Dodge or used car, right? And it was breaking down all the time. And then you get like a BMW or a proper Toyota and it works properly. You don't remember the old battered car. You just say like, thank God I have this nice, wonderful car. And you don't go backwards. That's the way it is with Western women. You just don't go back with them. You're just like, hey, I've got this great situation. Man, this is what I've always wanted, And that's it. You go off into the sunset. Happy.
Facts. Sorry, Theo. Mr. Hash, I PM this money brother that went to Iraq to marry Iraqi woman. Well done, bro. Let me know if you want to do an individual interview with me regarding my experience marrying my culture. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Send me a DM on Instagram, brother. Let's get that done, brother. I would definitely want to hear about your experience in Iraq, brother. So yes, let's get that interview done, brother. Absolutely, brother. Send me a DM on Instagram, brother. Mr. Hash. I look forward to it. Let's get that Iraq interview done. Amazing, bro. Amazing. That'll be incredible. Classic.
I'm laughing at one of my students are saying. He said Terraform validate no Western women. I thought that was funny. I didn't think that was good. Okay, I'll take that, man. Okay. I'm like, no, it should be no validate with West. No, okay, Terraform validate, and then one word, no Western women.tf. But I won't be a nerd with that. That's fine. Oh, good job, Dak. All right, are we
Western
doing
chicks?
Yeah. Are we doing
Western...
another clip? Are we doing another clip or?
Yeah, okay, we can do another clip before. So, brothers, the chat is in the callers, brothers. So, calling brothers. We don't have a clip while we wait for a caller. If not, and then we'll wrap it up if no one calls in after these two more clips. So, I want to hear your thoughts, brother, on this particular woman step into a passport, bro. Interesting.
Okay.
I'm over here.
You want to hear?
I want to see who.
No, it's my friend. Only my friend.
There was a guy with his shirt off, and you won't show me who it is. He's just a friend.
My friend.
From where?
I don't need to tell with you.
You don't need to tell me.
Yes, it's my friend. It's my private life. I never asked you about when you texting with a girl.
I never text with a girl and have a girl with a shirt off. You liar.
One more time. That's interesting.
Excuse me. I'm over here.
You want to hear?
I want to see who.
No, it's my friend. Only my friend.
There was a guy with his shirt off, and you won't show me who it is. He's just a friend.
My friend.
From where?
I don't need to tell with you.
You don't need to tell me.
Yes, it's my friend. It's my private life. I never asked you about when you texting with a girl.
I never text with a girl and have a girl with a shirt off. You liar.
Wow. Okay. Brother, where do you think it could go wrong for brothers abroad? Like, is that a perfect case of picking the wrong woman, not betting very well? Obviously, not all foreign chicks are perfect. There'll be some outliers there. Where did this brother go wrong, brother, in terms of how the woman is actually, stepping to him like that and just disrespecting him, possibly cheating, telling him that you text girls too? Is she lying? Break it down for us, bro.
The problem is that he's confronting her. There's no reason to do that. He should just ghost her immediately. Like, mercilessly. Just literally drop everything. He doesn't need to go talk with her. if some of her friends ask what happened, to say I saw you with a guy. And that's it. They can say whatever they want. There's plenty of other options in the sea. He can definitely get a woman who is younger and more fertile than this woman is. So why he's even considering talking to her, I don't even know. That's why I would handle it. Oh, saw you with somebody else. Bye.
Do you think do you think, right, some bros, right, passport bros, still suffer from one-itis? So essentially, brother, right, they go
Yeah.
to a new country, the
Yeah.
first chick that gives them play, they
Yeah.
go for it, and they're so attached to her, they can't see that, listen, I got other options too, younger, more beautiful, but she's loving me, she gave me play, I have one-itis. Do you agree with that, brother? Is that a thing you've noticed among some passport bros, one-itis, when they go abroad?
Yes, both black and white passport bros going abroad, passport bros or passport Joes. The one-itis issue is an issue. The guys should not even be considering. I always say that you shouldn't be considering talking to a woman to at least the first month that you've been there. So if it happens naturally, okay, but just think of it as being something casual. You shouldn't really be on the hunt until the second month. And that's
Oh.
because you need to be establishing your own life. I can tell that this guy isn't doing his own thing in whatever country he's in. And he's actually focusing quite a lot on her. And he shouldn't be doing that at all. So she can actually play him very aggressively. If he has his life together and he has a routine, that he's not going to really be even interested in talking to this kind of woman because he has his routine in place. So that's more important than him. He should not be engaging with her or talking with her or doing anything. There's just no reason.
Facts. No, that's a great point there, Tad. Theo. Brothers, don't have one-itis when you go abroad. Know your value, so you don't, you're not in a situation like this dude, which is very sad to see.
Yeah, I mean, it is very sad to see something like this. I just want to say I've talked to more than one like Western guy who have had this kind of situation before. And this is in Tokyo, and I usually try to bring them over to side and say it's not your battle. You've lost. You lost immediately. You lost because you engaged. You have to go with other women and take the loss and just go on. Once you do that, you'll be just fine. I had my losses before in Tokyo, of course, just like anybody else. And you just keep on dating, and you'll find somebody because there's zillions of women out there. Why he would, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, she's a 3. Why he would be so emotionally invested in a 3, I don't know. I could get a much better woman than this. Is not hard to do. Like, I mean, if she were, yeah. Go ahead. You first.
Do you know why? Right, because like, brothers, some dudes in the West feel right get no play for years, bro.
Yeah.
5 years, 6 years, 7 years, bro. And when they go abroad, and the first woman doesn't matter, she might be a 1.5, 0.5, but if she's giving them play and she's being cooperative, some dudes just take it, bro. They're like, the first chick they'll get, I'll grab her quickly, just so that I don't have any problems with getting women when I go abroad. Brother, obviously, you can't blame him, right? If he comes from a place in America where women don't give him play over the past couple of years, he's frustrated. He goes abroad, and the first chick he meets, she may be a 1.5, bro, but she's decent. He might just take that, bro, and just deal with her. But yes, I disagree with it, but a lot of men are like that, feel, but I call it Western post stress. No, Western post stress syndrome. Brother, we suffering from that, bro. We suffering from that ish there, bro. Brother, we suffering from that ish right there, bro. It's stack.
So Keisha post traumatic stress disorder. K post stress traumatic disorder.
We gotta do a stream on that, Theo. We got to do a stream.
Oh, that's funny.
Brother, it's real, bro. Brother, it's real. I'll keep it a stack. We got to do a stream on it, Theo, because brother, a lot of us are suffering from Western post-traumatic syndrome or Keisha.
That's funny. I haven't laughed in a while. That was funny. Yeah. No, you're definitely correct. That's why it's so funny, because it's true. And I see guys abroad who have that problem all the time, and they've been treated so badly. So when they get the first woman actually pay attention, he's all about it. Doesn't want to lose it, because if a woman is even this nice in the West, he's probably doing good. He's doing a good job, right? So I mean, abroad, you don't have to be in this kind of crappy situation at all. So he doesn't know. So in particularly with black men, this is again I find is that they engage with older, less fertile women abroad. That's why, like, when the criticism of us going abroad making a bunch of children outside of the U.S. military, that's usually cap, because the guys deal with so much older, less fertile women, and that's really unfortunate. I would say to this guy should be dating a 28-year-old at most. That's about the highest age range he should be dealing with, particularly in that country. I'm pretty sure that's Vietnam. Pretty sure it's Vietnam. So why he would even be talking to anyone older than that, I have no idea. She looks about 42, 43, something like that. He shouldn't even be talking to her. Nice dress, but shouldn't be talking to her at all.
Absolute facts. So no callers in. Do you want to end the stream or do one more clip? For it's up to you.
I'm going to do one more. Go ahead, guys. Call in if you guys. It's fine. We usually have at least one caller. But that was funny. I have to go think about a good term for that. I haven't. Dude, man, that was hilarious. PTSD. So post-traumatic stress disorder. So post-Keisha traumatic stress disorder. PKTSD. That's it. That would be it for the proper linguistical way of doing it. Yeah, I think that's an actual thing. They should actually have clinics for us when we go abroad. That would be really useful. That's a therapist. I'm gonna go to this pub, and the beer is 20% off if you go to therapy. You can sit there and talk about how badly Keisha's treated you for the last 20 years. Dude, there would be a line of men. They would do really well. That would be a really good business proposal. I think that would actually work. Like, guys would be flocking over. they'd be serving Guinness like from day one. That's when you start drinking, not Budweiser, but Guinness, because you need something strong to talk about what we've actually been through.
Let me post this one over here. Give me a sec, please. Okay, here it is. Okay, so this clip.
And like when I'm at like the bars and like a man tries to come up to me and what's up, baby, like his way into having a conversation, I'm actually rude. Like, I'm not even gonna say, oh, I don't mean to be. Like, no, I mean to be rude. How the fuck are you gonna come up to me when you just like want what's in my pants probably and be like, can I get you a drink? Bitch, I can buy my own fucking drink. If you want to get me something, you can get me a new car. You can pay my electric bill. So fucking weird. Like, I'm not going home with you. Sorry. I'm not even fucking sorry. Like, leave me alone. I don't even know you.
Break it down for us, Theo.
Guys, do not cold approach Western women. Do not offer resource transfer. Do not pay attention to them. Do not pay for their drinks. Ignore that they exist even in the bar. Just do your own thing. If you're in the gym, same thing. Don't look at them. Just keep on doing your thing. Put your earphones on. Put some music on. Do not talk to them. If you hear TikToks, they're saying they're alone. Remember, they're strong and independent women who do not need men. They can figure that out on their own. It's not your issue. Go get a passport and leave. You'll be fine.
Facts, absolute facts. Notice how she says that. Listen, don't buy me a drink, don't buy me this, pay my bills, buy me a car. These women they're not right. They're not right. I don't know how it got this bad. I'm actually shocked that it got this bad. I thought back in 2014 it was bad back then when IG came out and women became more narcissistic. 10 years later, it's that plus overdrive, and there is no turning back. I think the West can't be saved. I think the women here are just heading towards self-destruction. I don't want to be a part of it. You know, a lot of us already suffer from KPTSD. So we gonna be abroad, man, away from these chicks, man, because we suffer from that particular problem.
Yeah,
and we're tired of it, bruv. We're tired.
I'm serious, guys. Like that's why, like, I'm here in Austin. I don't even consider talking with them, and I don't get lonely or anything because I know who they are, and so I mean, the longer you stop talking to them, the more healing you'll have and the more advancement you'll have in life. So just remember, why are you lonely, or why are you trying to simp for a woman who does not need you? That makes no sense. Just don't talk to them. Leave them alone. You'll be fine. I'm telling you guys, you'll be fine. Especially you guys who are really starting out in the beginning and you don't know, you're full and in it. Remember, those women they've got you. You don't need to have them around. It's fine. They don't need to have you. So go where you're useful and needed.
Absolute facts. Absolute facts. So that is the last clip for today. Okay. No callers, so I'm gonna read this last super chat and we're gonna wrap up the stream. Shout out to Mr. Beckford90 for the $2 super chat. For the love of everything holy, make it stop. Clown world, bro.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I thought that was pretty funny part for the stream. Dude, you gotta put that into a t-shirt. I'd buy it.
Brother.
I'd put that in first class. I'd wear that in first class. On Delta, going to another country. Oh yeah. I put that on British Air. I'd actually land in Heathrow wearing that and go through immigration.
Wow. Amazing. I work on that, yeah.
Because I'd be like, what are you gonna do? I'm American. What are you gonna do to me? I have freedom of speech. I can say this. I don't care. I'm gonna say it anyway. I'll put it on the back. Henry should divorce her. They'd probably say, yeah, okay, he's right there. Yeah. Henry got the wrong end of the stick there. Yeah, that's true. Oh, just bad tonight. It's good though. I feel good. Anyway, good stream. I enjoyed myself. Hey guys, remember my GCP class is still, I'm still accepting registration for that. So if you want to learn GCP, again, hit me up and I'll show you the registration process, and we'll talk about it first. I have a template basically where I tell you what we're doing, what the focus is, what the cost is, everything, timeline. And it's something you need to know first before you even consider paying for the course. If you want the AWS course, that's going to be related to the conclave. And that's going to be the new course that'll be starting on September 10th. And that's a little ways away, but you have to go to conclave in order to go to the AWS course. That's normal. It's been great, my fellow Keisha post-traumatic stress disorder colleague talking to you, IP. I guess we've both experienced this, so we're brothers in arms there. I like that. Both sides of the ocean, but same experience. I look forward to seeing you abroad. Look forward to meeting you abroad. And hey, look, this has been great. I had a great time. This has really been fun tonight. So, guys, do your homework and do your Python and get out of the country. I'll talk to you guys later, okay?
Thank you, Theo. Sorry, VT, no callers, bro. We're wrapping up now. Sorry, bro. Next time, VT, okay? Call in next time, bro. Thank you, Theo. Shout out to Mr. Andrewski Gordon for the $5 super chat. I hope you've been good, brother. Hope you're well. Keep doing well, brother. Play that video one more time about the sound. Just watch the hands move and you can understand everything. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Present video file. Pardon me. Okay. Oh, flipping heck.
Man, and like when
She look crazy, bruh. All right, okay, all done, bro. Okay, thank you. Thanks for the support, everyone. Let me check the PayPal again. Let me check the PayPal. Remove video. All right, hold on, yeah. You know, look at the hand movements. She looks Italian with the hand movements. You know, like those Italian mafia films, right? Where they move their hand like that, near their face. Grazie, grazie, grazie. Mamma mia, grazie, grazie, grazie. Mamma mia, grazie. The Godfather, Goodfellas, Casino. Goodfella, pizza. Bolognese. Flipping here, classic stream. And classic films too, man. Those are some classic films. But she got those hand movements. All right, hold on. All right, unlock, man. Log me in, you garbage computer. Log me in. You gone too far. You gone too far. You gone too. Mamma mia. All right. Okay, give me a second, yeah. Obviously, Keisha on my home network, routing my my IP range to Keisha's. Okay, now I'm in. Okay, PayPal. So if you joined the Python course, check your Patreon DMs, please. I've sent you some next steps. We start class this Sunday, but it's all in the Patreon DMs, so check that out, please. Very important. We're gonna hit the ground running this weekend. No games. All right, we got work to do. Okay. No, it's all good. It's wonderful, yeah. All right, everyone. I hope you have a great week ahead. It's a Monday over there in the States. It's Tuesday morning over here. Be well. Be safe. Okay. Look after yourselves, brothers. And right. And I hope you brothers have a great week ahead. All right. Look forward to seeing y'all for some more clips, more streams. Got a very interesting stream happening this week, and the work. Oh man, the work don't stop, man. The work don't stop. Right, we got to keep working. All right. I'm gonna spend this week still working on the Python curriculum and getting ready for the first class this week and setting the class agenda. Have a great week ahead. I'll speak to you soon. Thank you very much. Peace out.